Ain't no one can stop it, yeah, you know I'm going up. I feel like Giannis. Hold up, let's be honest. Need the bucks and all the comments. Perfect timing when I'm shining. They be mad that I'm still grinding. When they switch and I'm still solid. Getting paper like it's college. Or like on a pilot. Shorty mad cause now I'm popping. Ain't no way that I can stop it. Spread my wings and now I'm flying. Hit the slide and now I'm gliding. They so shocked that I didn't find it. How they not know what the time is when I've been on my go talk. Rappers want my feature, but they always tryna lowball. I done picked it up just like a phone call. Wonder why I'm hot, got a cold heart, and I'm on it go, 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 go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I go paint the picture like Mozart.
What's up, everybody? It's Brian Mansell coming to you live here on Twitch and on, I believe, YouTube as well. Welcome, everybody, to today's play-by-play stream. I know we haven't been able to do a morning show in a couple days, but again, it started out yesterday where we had a little bit of an illness going on. Couldn't keep up, honestly. I had some issues, so I personally could not be involved in anything going on. I physically just was not in the shape to do a game or even to just do a show. And this morning, there was a work issue I had to confront and work on, and it was going to be finished by the time we were at 12 o'clock. I didn't feel like it was right to do a stream at noon or at 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I promised you guys it'd be a morning show. It's not really a morning show at that point, is it? So I switched it up. So I had not to do it this morning. Now I'm going to do it tomorrow. See, I'm tripping over myself. I'm going to do it tomorrow, and we're going to have our morning show that way with no issues. So I guarantee you tomorrow you will have a morning show no matter what. And possibly a Thursday night football. I haven't decided. The Buccaneers and the Bills. I haven't decided if I'm going to broadcast that game. Just because my work schedule on Friday asked me to come in at 11 in the morning. And having to leave and get on a train at 9:30 in the morning after doing a late night stream. It's not really the smartest thing. But today we're doing Cavs Nets. This is how I'm making it up to you guys. I wanted to do a basketball stream. Opening day. Opening of the season is here right now for Brooklyn. Again, if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, say something in the chat, Again, I'm not a Brooklyn fan personally. I mean, you guys already know my squad. If you guys can look up there real quick, I'll pull it up. If you look up there, that's my squad right on the top. But again, it's a Nets game. I've got Nets gear. Why not? Nets it is. National Anthem currently going on. Had to rush on stream. As you do notice, a little bit of a change over the way we did the scoreboard today on the bottom. No, we're not doing any ticker with information for the games. Apparently, to me, there are too many games to keep up with for me to constantly update physically with the scores of the NBA games. NHL easier, but I can't do it with NBA because the scores are constantly changing every 30 seconds. So I can't really do that unless I have a full-on automated system where I can consistently update it. So what I'm going to do is we're only going to do final scores when we do that. And once I start getting final scores, I'll put them into the ticker, and then I'll make it available for you guys to see. But if you're joining for the first time, everybody, welcome to the stream. We are just hit 15 followers in our last stream. We are now 5 away from hitting 20. Slowly growing this channel a little bit at a time, trying to make it into the next big thing here on Twitch in the sports category and on YouTube as well. We're trying to do the same similar thing. But feel free to ask some questions, guys. How do you guys feel about the Nets this season? Do you think there's any chance they got of, coming out here making the postseason? Any kind of expectations you've got? I'm all ears, all here to listen, and hear you guys' inputs. That's how I feel. I'll tell you that much. But so far in the other games, we'll talk about some big storylines. Yesterday's games open up the year. The Nuggets beat the Lakers 119-107. We kind of should have known that was coming because Denver's just been so dominant, but it looks like we're seeing another trend again where LeBron is on another team that he has to consistently be on the floor for them to play well. If they don't play well, what do you think happens? They don't play well when he's on the floor. He has to be on the floor more. And at his age, he shouldn't be having to do that. He should be able to take a seat back and trust his guys to do the job. Unfortunately, that's not the case right now after the way this first game went. And, yeah, I don't know what else to say to that. If you go off of points yesterday, LeBron was the leading scorer, 21. You got 18 from Taurean Prince, 17 from Davis, 14 from Reeves, and 11 from D'Angelo. And D'Angelo was one of the better three-point shooters yesterday along with Prince, but LeBron's still chucking up some bad shots, but still dominating in terms of overall scoring. I also would give a lot of credit. I think the other guy that really suffered a lot and didn't do great is Gabe Vincent. Vincent yesterday didn't do well at all. 0 for 4 from 3. You can't have those kind of games. You got to be consistent all the way around. You're going to get the minutes. You got to do something with them. They didn't do much. But one guy who actually had an underrated game for the Lakers was Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish actually had a decent game in 17 and a half minutes. 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. Put in a little calm little 7 points. Nothing too crazy, but, nice promising start for him in his first game with the Lakers. But with Denver, the leading scorer was Jokic, as expected. Murray, 21. KCP with 20. Gordon with 15. And MPJ with 12. Overall, just really good performances from the Nuggets. A complete unit, as we like to call it. They all contributed in their own way. Kept the scoring going. Good with the rebounds. I mean, you had a triple-double already from Jokic. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you had a triple-double yesterday from Jokic. 29 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. Open up the season with triple-double. Great. Go off, man. And also a double-double from Michael Porter. 12 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Again, great gains for all those guys. We're still waiting for the Brooklyn game to start at the moment, but that's your little recap of the Lakers-Nuggets game. Pacing-wise, it wasn't... The Lakers just couldn't keep up. The scoring wasn't there. So Nuggets got the win. The Suns against the Warriors yesterday, 108-104. Draymond could not start, so Chris Paul got the start over him. And Phoenix, let me tell you, man, they're ready to pick up right where they left off. Devin Booker, 32 points. Durant had only 18, but nothing too crazy to worry about, in my opinion. Still put up a double-double, 18, 11, and 3. Okogie actually had 17 points himself, which is pretty impressive. 14 from Nurkic. Nothing from Grayson Allen, as expected, honestly. And 10 from Eric Gordon, who was not great from 3 yesterday, but got some positive points. If you look at Golden State's side, Curry leading the way as always. 27 points. 15 from Clay, 14 from Chris, 10 from Wiggins, and 7 from Looney. Off the bench, Kuminga gave 12, Moody with 11. Everybody else was kind of like there, not there at the same time. Only other good guy I'd take note of on the bench was Dario Saric, 7 points in 20 minutes. Dude was not bad at all. 7 rebounds and an assist. 2 blocks, too. He was very good in this first game. I'll say that much. But they're doing the introductions currently for the Nets, so this is going to take a little bit. But if you guys are here for the first time, feel free to consider giving us a subscription on YouTube. Please consider subscribing. We have some content we're still working on to really up the channel and do more sports-related stuff that I think you guys really enjoy. If you're watching this on Twitch, please consider giving us a follow. It goes a long way in helping us build exposure and get our names out there in the Twitch Sports Community tab. So please, again, if you guys can and you like what you see, please consider doing those things. It goes a long way in helping us. Thank you very much. And that's the games that happened yesterday. Today's games for the NBA, we'll go through these real quick. So far, the second quarter just started. Atlanta's up on the Hornets, 31-25. Top scorers, Mark Williams leading the way for Charlotte. And for Atlanta, it's Jalen Johnson. And the first quarter just ended in the Magic Rockets game. Magic leading 29-20. Franz Wagner with 11 already. Alperen Sengun is leading the way for Houston with 6. And in the ESPN, you can watch this one. The Knicks and the Celtics at MSG. Celtics are winning 30-18 with 48 seconds left. Porzingis with 15 already in the first. Unbelievable. And Barrett leading the way for the Knicks with 8. And the Wizards, end of the first quarter in Indiana, are beating them 39-34. Leading scorers Tyus Jones right now. Tyrese Halliburton with 5 off the bench. Tyrese Halliburton with 5 for Indy. Other games to consider right now, the Wolves and the Raptors are getting ready to tip off any minute now. That'll be on League Pass. Pistons and Heat, 7:30 Eastern, League Pass. Cavs Nets, as you guys know, you can watch that if you're in the New York market on the Yes Network. But I'm also doing it here. So whatever you guys want to do, it's up to you. 8 o'clock, New Orleans Pelicans and the Memphis Grizzlies at 8. Thunder Bulls, 8 o'clock Eastern. Kings Jazz, 9 o'clock Eastern. Mavericks Spurs, 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. And Trailblazers Clippers on League Pass at 10:30 Eastern. That's your game summary for what's going on today with the upcoming games and schedules. Yes, sir. Brooklyn with the capital Brooklyn. Yes, sir. Listen, I can't help but wonder how Brooklyn's going to do this year. They are a really intriguing team. Mikal Bridges finished the year strong last year, and I'd love to see him pick it up again as the main guy. And Ben Simmons is finally in a featured role as the main guy. What can he do? But here's your starting lineups real quick for the Cavs and Nets. For the Cavs, it's Garland, Mitchell, Strus, Okoro, and Mobley in that order. For the Nets, it is Simmons, Dinwiddie, Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Nick Claxton. Those are your starters for today's game. For the Cavs and the Nets, we're about to get underway here with the tip-off. We're going to roll with it and see what we got. I need a lot of water and tea if I'm going to be able to call this one. They're saying Dennis Smith Jr. is also dealing with an injury, so that's the reason why the starters are the way they are today. Tip-off about to begin here. And the tip goes in favor of the Nets. Dinwiddie with the rebound. We've got basketball, folks. Here we go. We've started. The feet out. Flipping over to Simmons. Back out. Johnson. Simmons with it on the left side. Spin around. Woods with the leg. Misses the hook. Cleveland with the rebound. Step back, three, taken, sinks it. Donovan Mitchell with the three from the top of the key once again. Simmons working one-on-one, flips it out. Shot in the corner. Corner three's good. 3-3. Great shot from Dinwiddie. That's the Nets' first basket of the game. Garland working his way to the basket. Gets inside on the right side of the hoop. 5-3. Easy lay. Simmons working with some double coverage there. Another guy takes an open shot. He doesn't make it. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out the names here. Feet out. Going to the right side. Shot is off. Rebound by Cleveland. Saving it. Mitchell with an incredible save there. Another deep three taken. He's going to miss this one big time. Simmons with the rebound. Colliding with another one of his players. In the corner, open three contested, missed. Rebound offensive for the Nets, but knocked away. Strus with the shot. Easy three again. 7. It's now 8-3 Cleveland already early. Not looking good. Not looking good. Simmons working the right side. Back to Bridges. Bridges pulls up with the left side. Doesn't get it in the paint. Okoro commits the foul. But you got to give credit to Mitchell. He saved that big possession for the team there. And that's how they were able to get that key three from Strus. And a pass was that went nowhere from, looked to be Dinwiddie. Not looking good. Not looking good. I'm working to try to get a live feed so I can get the names properly because their feed is terrible. As the alley is good. Oh my goodness. Claxton off the feed from Bridges. What an amazing dunk that was. 8-5. Brooklyn within 3 already. Lay in from Garland is good. 10-5. Little floater goes. Bridges, bad pass looking for Simmons. He's going to miss that one. Goes out of bounds. Cleveland ball. My goodness. Brooklyn making some decent moves early, but defense got to step it up a bit. Letting some open shots happen that shouldn't happen. Cleveland taking advantage of them. Garland feeding it in. Mobley on the top, completely unblocked. Okoro back to Mobley. Float, step back, gets it. That's a 2. 12-5. Johnson looking for something open, working the left side. Feeds it out to Dinwiddie. Johnson sending it to Simmons. Simmons passing it back to Bridges. Bridges inside. Claxton working inside. Doesn't get it. Fighting for the rebound. Nets get the offensive rebound. Bridges with the step back three in the corner. Rattles out. Rebound by Cleveland in transition. The float up. He is going to get it and one. 14-5 Cleveland already. Okoro gets the foul there. He will draw it. The transition defense wasn't great on that one. Dinwiddie commits the foul. Okoro's going to the line. First shot for Okoro is in and out, and that's going to go right back to Brooklyn. Now wait, it's 8:17. My fault, everybody. 8:14 left on the clock. Let me get back to speed. Simmons misses the inside drive, and Mitchell reverses it and is able to complete it the right way, showing Ben Simmons how it's done. Cleveland doing a great job. Timeout taken here in the first quarter. They're leading 16-5 already. Not a good look already for Brooklyn. They're going into a TV timeout. I don't like it. I don't like it, folks. Not looking good for them. Again, it's really, really early, but things can change. We all know that. 16-5, though. That is the score. Nets call a timeout with 8:04. So let's adjust that. 8:04. Once again, y'all, this scoreboard is all being done manually. This is not automated. I'm trying to roll it as I'm watching and reading. And I can't really tell who's on the court because I've got a small television. Not going to lie to you guys. So I'm trying my best to get a good read on it as we're going through this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pull it up on an illegal streaming site, which I don't want to do, and have to call it that way. Which, you guys already know which streaming site I use, because I think everybody knows which site is the best one right now for streaming. Especially for like how do I put it? I think we all know what is the best site to use for streaming when you're not home. Like if you don't want to go pay for the stuff and put in your provider, all this BS, you guys know what to do. The provider. I'll give you guys a hint. It's Stream and a direction on a compass. If you can guess it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I use it for all my NFL stuff when I'm not home. Rather than use Sunday Ticket, I feel like it's much easier than anything else. But let me make sure. The Brooklyn now has 6 timeouts. Cleveland with 7. Let me adjust that. Sorry about that, everybody. Adjust that. So we're at... That is where we're at. And the TV froze for a sec. Okay. Yes Network better get their feed figured out. And they're not figuring it out. They're having issues. Great. Thanks, Yes Network. I might have to stream now. Just terrible. Just terrible. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Team stats so far. Let's see any fouls. Both teams have committed 1 foul already. So we're going to put that up here as well. This is just... ugly, ugly game early. Again, it's 1 game. 81 more to go. Always is. Now, the Nets do have some... So far in this game, the top scorer has been Isaac Okoro. 4 points, 2 for 2 of the field. Missed his free throw. Dinwiddie with 3 points. Pretty much a good amount of these guys should have 3 points at this point for them. But we'll see. And on the floor, the feed out, looking for something open. They're moving it around. Claxton at the top on the right side, just inside the perimeter. Mikal Bridges gets past, takes the shot, gets it. Nice 2. Nice pull up. Great shot that was. The feed out to Mobley at the top. Strus looking for something. They're calling a foul. This one's going to be on Bridges. Cam Thomas coming in for Dinwiddie. Substitution made. Feed out inside to Strus. Back up. Takes the shot from the left. Yes, that goes. 19-7. Good shot from Strus. Johnson tries to lay it inside. He's not going to get it. Rebounded by Cleveland. Throw it across the floor is Mitchell. Back across. Strus looking for someone open. Work inside. Pushed away. Great steal. Brooklyn in transition. Great defense. But Johnson gets it up. And that's 19-9. Beautifully done. Great cutoff. Cleveland couldn't score there. And they capitalized on a little mistake there. Johnson staying patient with the two defenders closing in. Makes the lay. Coming around it looks like Garland. Garland feeds it back out to Okoro. Blocked. Claxton making the big block. Johnson, open look three. Fakes the shot. Rolls it out for three. No good. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Cleveland pulls it away. They're going back the other way. Open look. Pump fake. Feeding in. Floating it up. Misses the alley to Mobley. It's going to be a foul on the inside against the Nets. Cam Johnson just fighting through all the bodies, trying to pull the ball away, and he just stayed patient, holding on to that rock, and took his time getting it up in the basket. Great work by him. 19-9 is the score right now. Let me up this time back up. A couple mistakes I'm making here, trying to get it back in shape. Open three in the right corner. Yep, that's gonna go. Cleveland up 22-9 now on Brooklyn. Simmons trying to find some openings. Spinning around, pivoting, looking. Man on him. Feeds it out. Back up to Cam Thomas at the top. Feeds out to the corner three for Dinwiddie. That goes. Correction, not Dinwiddie. That was Dorian Finney-Smith with the three. Strus with the shot. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Mitchell. He gets the putback. That's two. 24-12. Mitchell went down, but he's all right. Gets right back up, no problems. 5:30 on the clock. Clock stops. It was a rough shot from Strus, but nobody blocked out Mitchell, and he came in with an easy putback. No real competition. Took a hard fall, though. Hope he's all right. That was rough. So 5.5 left here in the first. 24-12 to score right now for Cleveland. Got double the points. Ty Jerome's coming in for Isaac Okoro here. Inbound by Bridges. Back to Bridges. Fakes the float up. Gets Simmons with an alley. And he rocks the rim. 24-16. Wait, 24-14 actually. Interesting. Didn't see that coming. Mobley. Working. Floats it out. LeVert for a shot. Doesn't get it. Rattles out. Simmons. Floating it across. Layup missed by Smith. By Bridges. Actually. But a foul is called against the Cavs. Feels it right across. My goodness. What a shot. What a pass too. Great rebound from DFS. Brooklyn switching it up by pushing hard on the Cavs to see how they can handle their pace of play, honestly. Back to 5 minutes. My fault, everybody. Back to 5 minutes. First free throw goes for Bridges. So 24-15. Then the second free throw is missed. Cleveland with the rebound. Mitchell holding on to the ball. He's going to try to control pace of play here on this one possession. Looking through. Pulls up from inside. Doesn't get it. In and out. Brooklyn with the rebound. Simmons pushes it behind to Thomas. Thomas, step back. Makes it. 24-17. Just from the corner of the paint there. LeVert feeding it to Mitchell. Working down the lane. He loses it. Draws the foul. Well, that's interesting. It's 24-17 now the score. They've blown the whistle, so it's another foul on Brooklyn. I'm trying to get you guys the total amount of fouls we have right now in this one. We're at 3 and 4 apiece. 3 for Brooklyn and 3 for Cleveland and 4 for Brooklyn. Inbound to Mobley. Looking to feed it back out. Jerome. Got a lot near the half court. Coming inside, laying it up. He gets the lay. 26-17. Good work from Jerome there. As we have 4:07 on the clock now. 4:07. Thomas defended by Jerome. Working his way in. Floats it up over the big body. Misses it altogether. And stolen away by Cleveland. Brooklyn had the rebound at first, but Cleveland draws it away. Step back three. It goes. 29-17. Long range three for Caris LeVert. Shooting 56% so far for the Cavs are. As they're moving the ball around Brooklyn, trying to find some open spacing here. Cam Thomas might have something at the top. Trying to break his way to the right. Tries to go up and there's a block and they're calling a foul. Driving to the rim. He doesn't get it. But a foul is committed. They put his hand on him. Did not go. He's going to get a pair of free throws to shoot here. Not looking good. 29-17, 3:25 on the clock. First shot from Thomas goes. 29-18. Damian Jones is in for Mobley now. Second free throw is good from Thomas. Inbound. 3:22 remaining. Thomas with 4 points already. And a whistle's blown. Cleveland's going to the free throw line once again. Dinwiddie gets hit with a personal foul. So Garland's going to go to the line. The excellent free throw shooter he is. 4 and 5 now for each squad. 4 fouls to 5. Garland makes the first. So far, it's looked like Brooklyn's playing a little bit sloppy on the defensive side. The shot is good. The second free throw is good for Cleveland. 31-19. Clock starts again. Dinwiddie with it. Floats it up. Going. He gets the slam inside. Great alley. Deron Sharp on this one. Cleveland with the ball now. Jerome. Contact going the other way now. And whistle's blown, but Cleveland's still holding on pretty strong on Brooklyn here. 10-point lead with 2:48 left in the first. Interesting start for Brooklyn. So this is where we're at. Cleveland has the ball as we speak. 31-21, 2:48 to go. So what's the thought process so far, everybody, with the way the Brooklyn's played? I'm not liking the way defense is going so far. Cleveland's been taking advantage of a lot of mental errors early, and it's definitely showing. For reference, the box score so far, 4 guys already have 5 or more points on Cleveland's squad. Okoro with 5, Garland with 6, Mitchell with 7, and Strus has 6 of his own. The bench, LeVert's got 3, Jerome's got 2, and Mobley has 2. That's how it's looking so far for them. They're shooting 55.5 from 3. For Brooklyn, there's not a single person who's touched 5 points yet. Cam Johnson with 2, Bridges with 3, Claxton and Dinwiddie. Claxton and Simmons have 2, Dinwiddie with 3. DFS with 3, Deron Sharp with 2, and Cam Thomas with 4. That's where we're looking right now. That is where we're looking. Now, in terms of fouls, I mean, that's definitely been a big part of everything. But I tell you guys, I hate the way that the system works with the fouling and the free throws. That's what bothers me the most with the NBA. The amount of fouls you could commit that just come back to bite you, it's pretty bad. It's, it's a rough game. It's, it's like you want to coach as clean as you can, but it's not easy. Because even the slightest contact as a defender will draw out a foul. And you can't have that. And I hate that that's part of the game, but there's nothing else you can say. It's the way it is. But 2:48 on the clock. They're talking about Claxton. In last season, 76 games, he had 70.5% field goal percentage, which led the NBA. And that's a franchise record, easily eclipsing Jared Allen back in 2019 and 2020. He also had 18 double-doubles with 3+ blocks, and he was averaging 12.5, 9 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks in 30 minutes. And in attendance today, actually, is Yao Ming, surprisingly. Yao Ming is in. The 2016 Hall of Famer. Kind of an interesting name to see on the floor. Wow. Brooklyn, rough start. You don't want to look a little underwhelming against Yao Ming. I mean, in front of Yao Ming, you don't want to do that. But Brooklyn with the ball here now. Brooklyn has it. Clock restarts. 2:36 left. Thomas cutting inside with an easy flow, gets it. Asserting himself over the defender there. That was great work from Cam Thomas. Elevated high enough, took out the height disadvantage, and got the shot off. Mobley feeds it in. Easy slam. Damian Jones gets the slam there. 2 points for Cleveland. It's 33-23. It's a back and forth one here. But it's still a 10-point lead for Cleveland. Cam Thomas trying to work inside from the left. He's not getting it, but there's going to be a foul. Thomas went down hard. The foul looks like it's going against George Niang. Free throw's coming for Cam. 1:52 on the clock. 1:52. The shot from Cam Thomas is good. First free throw goes. 33-24. Now, if you're looking to get tickets, if you're in Brooklyn, you're looking to see the Celtics play. They're going to be playing on Saturday, November 4th, 8 o'clock. You can go get those tickets. Ticketmaster.com/nets. Next shot goes for their second free throw is good. Minute 48 on the clock here. Cleveland with the ball. The feed to Garland, top of the key, defended by Dinwiddie. He's cutting it in for a little inside left shot. Doesn't get it. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Thomas working one-on-one from the right, trying to work his way in on Jones. He gets the lay. A big positional mismatch, and he gets the shot. Thomas cutting the lead down to 6 here. Garland's got to trigger something. He cuts it back across. Can't bring in the pass. Brooklyn gets in transition. Thomas working inside. They're just trying to hook him. He didn't get the shot, but that is a foul. Cam Thomas is fouled. He couldn't get the shot. Nearly had the and one. But him working one-on-one on Damian Jones, he makes it look like light work. And he gets the bucket. And coming around, he got hooked by LeVert, which goes for a foul. And he couldn't get the shot. Cam Thomas's first shot is good. Good free throw. Lead down to 5. 1:04 on the clock. Cam Thomas doing some great work early off the bench. 11 points. And the second free throw doesn't go. It's Cleveland gets the rebound. Garland. A lot of traffic at the top of the key. Working his way in. Trying to find opening. Pump fake. Readjust inside. Blocked. And the ball knocked away. Beautifully done. Another one knocked out of bounds by DFS. Dorian Finney-Smith had to knock that one away before that pass went to Garland for an open look three. Cleveland keeps the ball, though. Cleveland keeps the ball. Mean it again. Cleveland keeps the ball. 46 on the clock. They got Day'Ron Sharpe on Evan Mobley here. Once again, 46 on the clock. 6 is on the shot clock. That's what Cleveland's going to have to work with here. They reset the shot clock. I take it back. They reset it. The Nets are trying to argue that it should be at 6 seconds. They're trying to say it's 15. And now they're going to check in with the officiating crew and the scoring crew to make sure that that is correct. The scores table is trying to figure out how it's going to be. Is it going to be 15? They're giving it 9. So they compromised in the middle. It's 9 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound will be by Ty Jerome. Inbound is in. To Garland. Garland trying to find some space. 5 on the shot clock. Working his way in with a big lay from distance, and he gets it. 37. It's now 35-28. 34 on the clock and going. Big 3 shot. Oh my goodness. A fadeaway off balance from Cam Thomas goes. 31-35. What a shot. 26 seconds on the clock. They're taking their time. 4-point lead now for Cleveland. We're going to way up. And there's the slam. Big alley. Evan Mobley with that one. Cam Thomas taking his time, bringing this across the floor. 5 seconds on the clock. 4, 3. Misses it. Fouled. Fouled with 3 seconds. Calling contact. He took an off-balance fadeaway 3 and sunk that with confidence. What a beautiful shot that was from Thomas. And it's going to be free throws for him. Once again, 3 seconds on the clock. First free throw is no good. Mikal Bridges coming in. And off the floor comes 20 was. It looks to be Royce O'Neal probably. Day'Ron Sharpe. Thomas on the second shot. Gets it. It's 37-32. 3 seconds to go. Shot. Going to be taken by Garland. Desperation. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. And that's in 1 quarter of play. The Cleveland Cavs are leading the way. 37-32 over the Brooklyn Nets. So that's where we stand. Let's get a quick update on timeouts and everything else that we haven't seen yet. Both teams have used a timeout. So Cleveland has 6 and Brooklyn has 6. Let's take a look at our fouls. Who has fouled? What do the fouls look like so far in terms of fouls? 8 for Cleveland, 5 for Brooklyn. So 8 for Cleveland, 5 for Brooklyn. That's where we're at. Not bad. And I'm pretty sure both teams have bonuses on. But that's where we're looking at right now, people. 37-32, Cleveland currently leads. We've come to the end of the first. We're going to the second period. So far, Brooklyn definitely looked really rough in the first going. I would definitely say they're getting better. But, again, can it hold? So far, leading scorer of the game is Cam Thomas, who went absolutely electric. He was absolutely electric in the second half of that first quarter. Went off. 15 points so far. And he's been on the floor for how long now? He's been on the floor for 7 minutes off the bench with 15. Nobody in the starting lineup still has more than 3 points. In fact, combined right now, I'm pretty sure the entire starting lineup still has less points than Cam Thomas. Yep, I'm right. 12 points combined from the starters, and on the bench, Cam Thomas has more points than the entire starting rotation at the moment. That's kind of crazy. I can't lie to you. But on the Cleveland side, right? Give me one sec. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Bless me, thank me. Darius Garland with 8. Mitchell with 7. Strus has 6. They're doing okay overall. Nobody's in the double digits yet. But we are in again. The second period's about to start. It's not bad. Not bad start. Not a bad start. I can't be mad at anything they've... I'm really upset with the way their defense performed in the beginning of the first period. It wasn't until like about 6 or 5 minutes left that they really upped it and was starting to silence Cleveland a bit and really hold them down. Because earlier on they were really struggling, but now they started getting into a rhythm here. As we get ready to start the second period here, inbound will be by Cleveland. Clock starts. Both teams are... Looks to be they have their bonus from what I see, but I don't believe that's the case. I'm going to pull it off. Darius Garland at the top. Gets a little screen. Makes the open 3 from the right side. 40 to 32. Clock at 11:37. Mikal Bridges with the ball. Feeds it back out of the top. Good fake out. Layup. Good. Beautifully done from Royce O'Neal. Well done. 34-40. Possession back to Cleveland. Karis LeVert looking for something. Stepping around, pivoting on Dinwiddie. And the ball comes loose out there on the left side of the of the perimeter. Garland loses it. But it's still Cleveland basketball. And here's the inbound back to from Okoro over. LeVert with an open 3 misses it. And it's an offensive foul. Possession goes back to Brooklyn. Damian Jones with the foul there. Jones already has 3 fouls in this game. Looking around. Open 3. Missed by O'Neal. Claxton got a piece of it. Was able to save it. Moving the ball around. Big 3. For DSJ. Dennis Smith Jr. hits a big 3. 37-40. The lead has been cut down. Cleveland in the lead. By only 3. Garland trying to find opening. Good moves there. Working inside on Dinwiddie. Was able to make the drive inside to the middle of the paint. Takes a quick step back. Floats it up. Makes an easy 2. Ball back to Brooklyn. Royce O'Neal flipping it over. Looking. Bridges takes the foul. Doesn't get the and 1. Tried to do a step back. Somebody looks like their feet got tangled up. He couldn't get the shot off properly. But again, Dinwiddie, a beautiful feed out to the right corner. And all I had to have was just sink your shot. And Dennis Smith Jr. did just that. He sunk his shot. But free throws are on the way now for Brooklyn. They're going to be coming in for Mikal Bridges, taking the shots. The first one is on the way and good. 42-38. Trying to bring it within 3 once again. And the fouls are at 10-5 now. Dennis Smith Jr. a high actual draft pick back in the first round a few years ago. But now here he is with the Nets in a much limited role. As they make the second shot and the clock restarts, Cleveland with the ball. So far, Brooklyn the better free throw shooting team. It's a 1-possession lead for Cleveland as Mobley goes for the lay and he makes it a 2-possession game, 44-39. Mikal Bridges working his way around. Defense has been intense on him. Trying to work his way around. Little screen put up there. He gets a little bit of an opening to the right. Misses the layup. Cleveland with the rebound. Cleveland with the ball. Working their way around. Garland underneath the basket. Bad pass. It's a turnover. Brooklyn flipping it back and forth. Mikal Bridges couldn't get the shot off. The Nets are going to retain it. It looked like they were looking for a foul there. They didn't get it. But Brooklyn does keep the ball. Here comes the inbound. 19 on the shot clock. Inbound to Claxton. He's got it working one-on-one. And it looks like it's an offensive foul. The ball's going to be going the other way in favor of Cleveland. Offensive foul. Bridges commits his second foul of the game. Only 2 turnovers for Brooklyn at this point. But that's the 3rd turnover just now for the Nets. LeVert looking. Top of the key from the right side. Top right. Doesn't make it. Rebound by Brooklyn. Working his way in. Looks to be... Oh, no. It's a feed out the top of the key for an open 3. Missed. Rebound by Cleveland. Mobley with the rebound. Big 3. No good. Rebound by Brooklyn. Contested shot taken. No good. It's going to be a foul defensively against Cleveland. 8:47 on the clock. Brooklyn. Strus has now 2 fouls on the game. It's 11 now total for Cleveland. Garland leading the way currently for Cleveland with 13 points. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Turn over the ball twice, though. And for Brooklyn, it is still Cam Thomas leading the way with 15 off the bench. First shot goes. Donovan Mitchell coming back in for Cleveland. They got a mosquito in my room. I might have to kill it. Not going to lie to you guys. Second shot goes up and good. 41-44. And the Nets have cut the lead down to 3 once again. Can they capitalize here? They got to get another stop on the possession. Feeding inside. Doesn't get the pass off, but it's off of Brooklyn. Cleveland keeps it. So Johnson's back in now, and off the floor comes Royce O'Neal. LeVert tosses it in for Mitchell. Looking his way around. Oh, he fakes the jump shot. Back fed inside. Doesn't get the roll. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson with the ball fake. Trying to get around. He almost loses it there. Knocking it around. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 8:11 to go. And it looks like Nets are retaining with 6 seconds on the clock. 8:08. Dennis Smith Jr. on the floor still. He was the one that lost the ball on it, but it remains Nets ball. Inbound to Claxton. Fed back out to Bridges. Feeding it back to the top of the key. Cam Johnson looking. Gets it? No, he does not. Rebound by Cleveland. Strus takes the 3. Comes up short. Strus gets another shot off the rebound. He still doesn't miss it. Still keeps coming short. He had the rebound again, but didn't take the shot. He feeds it inside. And another miss from Cleveland. Brooklyn with the rebound this time. Inside shot missed. Bad layup. Cleveland with the rebound. Mitchell has the ball. Mitchell working one-on-one. Feeds it to Strus. Feeds it to the corner. Shot taken. Goes good. Caris LeVert for 3. Timeout Brooklyn. And that means we have 7:26 left here in the second period. And that was a hell of a shot. After failing in transition a few times with Strus, they get another chance at redemption with Mitchell leading the way. Feeds it out to Strus. Strus feeds it out into an open corner shot for LeVert with little contest. And he sinks it from the right corner. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. I can't say it enough. 47-41 the score now. Cleveland still barely holding on. Trying to keep their lead extended, but can't guarantee nothing, you know? Once again, I believe Thomas still has more points than he has one less point than the starting 5 combined. The starting 5 is 16. He alone on the bench is 15. Kind of impressive. I can't lie to you guys. But if you guys are tuning in for the first time, say what's up in the chat. Tell us what's going on, how your day's going, everything else. We're waiting for the commercial break to end here for the Nets. 7:26 on the clock. Brooklyn has it. Very, very interesting way this game has gone. I can't lie to y'all. It's gotten very interesting. The Nets had a really rough start in the first half of the first period. And then the second half of the first period to now, they've been playing better ball. Offensively, the possessions have turned out better. Defensively, they locked it down a bit. But the Cavs are starting to wake up again. But the difference is this time they're making their shots to keep pace. Early on, they weren't doing that. Now they're doing it. So they're keeping pace. You're going to need to force some turnovers, some more of them, if you want to really benefit here. The Cavs have already turned over the ball 5 times, but Brooklyn themselves have only turned it over 3. Limit your turnovers. Keep it going. You got to finish these possessions. That's all you have to do. Take good shots. Take smart shots. That's it. But Cam Thomas already coming in with 15 points off the bench in 7 minutes. Kind of impressive. Very impressive. If you guys are hearing barking, it's my dog. She's kind of freaking out. Yeah. I mean, Brooklyn just playing really good basketball to try to keep pace here. But I can't guarantee they're going to win this because the Cavs have been real good too. They've been finding ways to still keep their lead, despite the fact it's gone from like a 13-point lead at one point to now down to 6, and they're battling to keep it up that high. He's just been playing really good basketball, Cam Thomas has. But we're getting ready to come back here from commercial. 7:26 on the clock. I believe it's Brooklyn's ball after the timeout. Thomas is now in his 3rd year in the NBA. To see him putting up these numbers is very, very promising for him and his future career in Brooklyn. As Brooklyn's taking it, here we go. 7:23 on the clock. Simmons with it. He's back in looking for something. Feeds it back out. Johnson looking for something. He's in under high pressure. Throws it out. Great adjustment by Jaron Sharp. Works inside. Finishes at the basket. 47-43. Good 2 there. Cleveland with the ball. Strus. Feeds it back to Mobley. Mobley working on Day'Ron. In the shot from Strus underneath the basket doesn't go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson comes around, takes the shot. Big time shot. Big time 3 coming around. Beautifully done. Cleveland with the ball. It's a 1-point lead now for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell taking it down the court. They're taking a little bit of space here on the defense. He's working his way around, trying to give himself a little bit of separation inside. Rolls it out for a pass. Nearly lost it on a turnover there. Strus has it at the top right of the key. Shot doesn't go. Brooklyn with the defensive rebound. Johnson working his way in. Takes another big shot. Doesn't get it. It's not Johnson. It's actually Bridges. But Niang could not hold on to it. Oh, it was Johnson. I take it back. It looked like a 1 from a distance. It was actually a 2. But Johnson's beautiful shot coming around Simmons, who set a beautiful screen for him. And he gets the easy 3 that cuts it to 1. Well done. I got to restart the timer. I just realized I didn't stop it. 6:06 on the clock. Brooklyn with the ball. Free throws. Johnson's first. Is good. Tie game. We're tied at 47. In terms of fouls, we're at again 11-6. 11-6 on fouls. Bridges going to the bench. Bridges goes to the bench. Cam Thomason and Cam Johnson misses the second free throw. Cleveland with the rebound. Mitchell. Working one-on-one, trying to cut across to the left. Works his way inside, feeds it back out. Open look, 3 for Strus. Goes. 50-47. What a big-time shot for Strus. Brooklyn bringing it down all across the floor. Sharp, bad pass looking for Simmons, goes out. Clock restarts. Cleveland has it back. Mitchell with some space to work. Feeds it over. Strus again. Another open three. Off balance with momentum carrying him to the right side. He makes the big three, 53-47. Brooklyn takes their shot. They make it. Good two by Cam Johnson there. Cleveland with the ball again. Mitchell trying to work his way around. Back again. Strus, another open three, and he makes it. That's 3 in a row. He's made 3 consecutive threes. 15 points so far for him. Sharp gives it to Johnson. Looking, working. They're calling it a travel. He moved his pivot. Cam Thomas turns it over. 4:34 on the clock. Very rough. So Dennis Smith Jr. comes in now. The Nets had a delay of game violation as well, so Cleveland has it. 4:26. Shot taken by Mitchell. It was blocked and tipped by Sharp. Simmons with the rebound, looking around. Johnson flips it across on a give and go. And that's going to be a foul. Sharp, it looks like, had an illegal screen set there, so they are going to give it right back to Cleveland. Bad screen he was trying to set against Okoro. Cleveland keeps it. 56-49, 4:09 on the clock. Mitchell brings it in. LeVert moving it. Strus. So to what looks to be Damian Jones. Mitchell with it back at the top. Working his way inside. Flips it out across to the perimeter. Shot taken from the corner. Missed. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Simmons with the big rebound. Shot taken. Goes. Great shot. Smith makes a three, but Claxton takes a hard fall. They're checking him. He's limping up a little bit. Got tripped by Jones. 52-56. Lead down to 4. LeVert stripped of the ball, gets it back, feeds it to Strus. Looking for some more separation, taking another big three again. They're playing up on him. Little screen set. He lost it. Gets it back, takes the shot, misses it. Air ball. Back in LeVert. Open. Misses it. Couldn't finish on the jumper. Brooklyn with the rebound. Brooklyn working the way inside. Off balance shot. Good from Thomas. 56-54. 2-point lead left here. 16 fast break points today for Brooklyn compared to Cleveland's only having 7. Mitchell trying to work his way in. Feeds it back out. The shot from Jones doesn't go. From Okoro doesn't go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Working in completely uncontested. Dump off. Slam. Slam. Tie game. Clock stops at 2:28. The feed to Claxton on the late pass gets them a tie. And they're now tied with Cleveland with 2:28 to go here in the second period. 2:28 technically left in the first half before we go to halftime. Great work there. 2:28, people. 2:28. Great work. Unbelievable. Tie game for Brooklyn now. 2:28. It's going to be Cleveland's basketball. I'm pretty sure that's a Cavs timeout that was taken. They're down to 5. This is absolutely ridiculous, honestly. Let's see how many are left now. I'm going to go through all the stats, make sure we're updated. 12 and 7 are the fouls. 12 fouls for Cleveland, 7 for Brooklyn. And in terms of timeouts in full, we are down to 5. Apparently we have 5 for Brooklyn and 6 for Cleveland. So Brooklyn is 5, Cleveland is 6. Interesting. Very interesting. That's where we currently stand. Also, feel free to give some feedback on the stream, some things you guys feel I could do better, some content you'd like to see, other kind of streams you want me to do, feel free to let me know. I also have been trying to experiment a little bit, try to do some gaming in the future because, one of my favorite games I still play this day is NCAA Football 14. So I would love to do that and incorporate that into the streams as well if I can. I still have it hooked up to my old Xbox 360, so any way I could probably connect it here would be great. I'm still trying to figure out the specifics on that, but that's essentially where I want to go with that. Yeah, that's really it. And let's take a look around the league real quick before they come back from commercial, because it shouldn't be too long. And a quick look around the league. Atlanta and Charlotte Charlotte has a 1 point lead on Atlanta, 61-60 with 7:58 in the third. Indy with a 14-point lead over Washington, 7:19 to go in the third. Boston and New York on ESPN, 10:19 left in the third. Boston's up 58-48. Houston, Orlando, 7:49 left in the third. Orlando up by 4, 63-59. Miami beating Detroit 52-43. 2:18 left in the second. Minnesota, Toronto. Toronto beat Minnesota 48-41. 4:03 left in the second. OKC beating Chicago 31-27. 2:28 left in the first. And New Orleans, Memphis. Memphis up 23-22. 2:18 left in the first. That is your full update on what's going on as we speak. That's where we're at. Mobley's in the game for Damian Jones. Garland's in the game for Isaac Okoro. Cleveland with the ball. Inbounded. 2:19 out of the timeout. Flip it out to Garland. Open 3 from the left. Misses it. Air ball big time. Simmons lets it go out. And they're going to have to inbound it. Garland, a really bad shot he just took. Really bad. And there's the inbound to Simmons. With a tie game, you can't afford to miss shots like that. I know it's only the second period, but you got to be smarter and better with this. Finney Smith, bad pass. Intercepted by Cleveland. That's going to be a turnover for them. Strus. And LeVert misses the pull-up. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Simmons feeding it down the lane. Goes to Thomas, who was driving inside from the left. Puts it up and gets the 2. Brooklyn with the lead. Cam Thomas puts him up. That's the first lead of the night for Brooklyn. Largest deficit was 13 points. They've made an absolute comeback. 9-0 run in 2 minutes. That just came to an end after a big-time 3 just taken by Donovan Mitchell, and they get the lead right back. 1:24 to go. Brooklyn with the ball. Simmons gives it in. Thomas has it on the left, just beyond the 3. Working his way. Jump. Doesn't make the jump shot. Simmons with the rebound. Misses the lay and the hook. They're trying to get the rebound. Cleveland comes down with it. The defensive rebound goes to them. Cleveland coming down the other way. LeVert picked up by Johnson. Steps back, makes an easy float. That's a 2-pointer. 61-58. A 3 will give them back the lead. 61-58 Cavs. Finney Smith gets it back. Feeds it over to Thomas, who was open on the left. He's working in. Gets an easy lay off the glass. 61-60. Contested, I should say. And timeout called. 38 on the clock. And a technical foul just got called. And first free throw for Brooklyn goes. 61. A technical foul. Let's see who was teed up here. Darius Garland got hit with a flopping tech. So by flopping, he gets hit with a technical. That's one of the new rules that they have here in the NBA this season, the flopping. If it's clear and obvious flopping or they're trying to draw a foul, you will get hit with a foul, and a technical was issued. So a point and a free throw to Brooklyn. They've now tied the game up. And yes, it was clear as day a flop. Clear as day. The inbound from Cleveland gets over to Mobley. Mobley working towards the basket and gets the slam after missing the first initial lay. 63-61. Brooklyn with the ball, 30 seconds to go. Thomas working his way in, gets the layup. 63 apiece. Inbound by Cleveland. Garland taking his time here. Running the clock down so they can get the shot off in time. 8 on the clock. 7, 6. Garland moving to the left. Inside to Mobley looking to get the shot off. Does he get it? No, he doesn't get it. And Cleveland could not get the shot off on that final possession of the second period. We're going into halftime tied at 63 apiece. Quick halftime shows coming on the Yes Network there with Bob Lorenz and Frank Isola from Barclays Center. They're going to go for some first half highlights. We're not going to do that. In fact, we're going to take a quick break so you guys can go get the things you got to get, enjoy yourselves a little bit. We'll be right back, I promise you. Right back in just a few minutes. So don't go anywhere, everybody. You guys have to go do your thing. Get to the bathroom, whatever you got to do. Get some food, water, whatever you got to do, go do that. All right, we're going to be right back here in about the next 5 minutes. So, be back soon.
I stay on my cell phone, trying to block you out. Wonder why you still here, get out of my house. Keep touching on me, I'm a lot of rounds. Guess I go one more, only if you bounce. I don't mean to be rude, I'm just being honest. You asked for the truth, I can't make a promise. We could be through, but you don't wanna stop this. Love is the rules, can't find one true. It's getting late, I said too much. Look at me strange, I be too blunt. I'm easy to hate, I'm hard to love. But you love me anyway, or is it lies? It's getting late, I said too much. Look at me strange, I be too blunt. I'm easy to hate, I'm hard to love. But you love me anyway, or is it lies? Said I be in bed, I'm wide awake. Tracing my steps, get my new mistakes. We had a drink, but one turn date, yeah. I call it fun, why'd you say it was fake? I don't mean to be rude, I'm just being honest. You asked for the truth, I can't make a promise. We could be through, but you don't wanna stop this. Love is the rules, can't find one true. It's getting late, I said too much. Look at me strange, I be too blunt. I'm easy to hate, I'm hard to love. But you love me anyway, or is it lies? It's getting late, I said too much. Look at me strange, I be too blunt. I'm easy to hate, I'm hard to love. But you love me anyway, or is it lies? Strange, I be too blunt. I'm easy to hate, I'm hard to love. But you love me anyway, or is it lies? It's getting late, I said too much. Look at me strange, I be too blunt. I'm easy to hate, I'm hard to love. But you love me anyway, or is it lies? murder me, atom bomb. You're on the run, baby, but you cannot hide. You daydream, I'm a homicide. You cut my heart, baby, like a samurai. I have sex to block the rage. You have sex to feel the pain. We're not the same, we're opposites. The pit inside your soul is fucking bottomless. And kill me slow, I wanna feel it. Blade so sharp, can cut still with it. Blood runs red, it's romantic. Left a scar, no one wrong dead. You murder me, atom bomb. You're on the run, baby, but you cannot hide. You daydream, I'm a homicide. You cut my heart, baby, like a samurai. You murder me, atom bomb. You're on the run, baby, but you cannot hide. You daydream, I'm a homicide. You cut my heart, baby, like a samurai. You want it, you got it. You hurt me, you dying. Look what you started. Love to be violent. Heart on the table, it's turning black. Left me for dead, you know I'm turning back. Kill me slow, I wanna feel it. Blade so sharp, and cut still with it. Blood runs red, it's romantic. Left a scar, no one wrong dead. You murder me, atom bomb. You're on the run, baby, but you cannot hide. You daydream, I'm a homicide. You cut my heart, baby, like a samurai. You murder me, atom bomb. You're on the run, baby, but you cannot hide. You daydream, I'm a homicide. You cut my heart, baby, like a samurai.
And we're back. So I told you guys it wouldn't take too long, just need to get some water and food, just keep us going. I'm already through a bottle of water at this point. From all the yelling and doing this game, because it's been very eventful. That's very true. It's been very eventful so far. Game ended, the first half ended in a little bit of drama. We'll see how it goes now. Now that the game is tied, it's like a fresh new game. Can the Nets become dominant and keep this trend they've built alive going into the next half? Now, Cam Thomas so far with 24, Johns with 8, DFS with 6, and Mikal Bridges with 5. For the Cavs, it's a little bit different. Their scoring so far is led by Max Strus, who has 15, Garland with 13, Mitchell with 10, Mobley and LeVert each have 8, Okoro at 5, and Damian Jones and Ty Jerome each have 2. Now, Brooklyn's bench also needs to be talked about. Their starters have still not hit 10 points yet. Thomas, who hit 24, is working off their bench with 13 minutes and 24 points. He's trying to make a case for himself right now why he should be starting for the Nets. But you know what? Off the bench right now, he's played phenomenal. And he's the reason they're in this game. That's no doubt. We got to start getting ready for the third period because it won't be too long until we're back right there into that position. So we're just going to reset the clock and everything, make sure we're set. And however the inbound works, I will let you guys know because possession right now is not known. But nevertheless, let's go over a couple of the games that we've seen so far, some of them that are close to finish maybe. If I see some highlights on Twitter, I'll let you guys know. I'm keeping an eye right now to see if there's any big news we could talk about in the meantime. I mean, so far with the Cavs and Nets, it has been a back-and-forth game. It really was really heavily Cleveland's favor early, but then the Nets started chipping away late in the first period. They came within 3, then they started losing a little bit of that lead, and then they came right back, got the lead for about 10 to 20 seconds, and Cleveland immediately responded. Now they're tied again. And hopefully Brooklyn can finish it up. So far, by the numbers, Cleveland, 25 of 50 from the field. That's 50%. Brooklyn, not much different. 22 of 42. That's 52.4% from the field. Three-pointers, that's been a decider here, but both teams are making a good amount, even though the Cavs have attempted more. The Cavs are 11 of 23 right now from the three-point line, 47.8%. The Nets are 6 of 12, 50%. They're shooting well, but they're not shooting well enough. Now, one thing you could argue is that Maybe a couple calls could have went in the Cavs' favor, sure. But with the Cavs right now, the reason why that'll be the case is because they've taken 3 free throws compared to the Nets, who have taken 17. But there's times where you got a really disciplined basketball team who knows what they're doing, and they don't make mistakes like this, some dumb, silly mistakes. And in this case, you got guys making very dumb, obvious mistakes, and it's taking an effect. So hopefully, the Cavs play some cleaner basketball, and that this way, they don't make these issues happen. Because the 17 free throws is why Brooklyn's in this game. Can't be doing that. And the flopping foul by Garland, that's a killer. You can't be flopping either. You're not gonna get away with it every time. Especially now that it's so much more, they're cracking down on it so much more. Now, 3 free throw percentages, Brooklyn's been better. Even though they've taken 17. Of course, they're going to be better. They've got a couple more rebounds, a few more assists. They've got 1 extra steal, same amount of blocks, and a couple more turnovers. And in terms of points off turnovers, they both have 8. Fast break points is where they've been the most dominant. Brooklyn, 18 points off of fast breaks, compared to Cleveland's 7. That's where they've really shined. If they keep that trend going and keep benefiting and drawing these fouls, they're going to do great. But remember, flopping cannot happen. You cannot flop. You don't want to have to give a team an opportunity to shoot a free throw. Not okay. You just can't do that. Now, I'm going through some quick NBA stuff, see if there's any news I can give you guys right now for NBA. And at the moment, I don't have any. As for other sports, I'll do a quick little brush over for it. Here's what we have. It's looking like right now that through my sources, the Baltimore Ravens have inquired about getting Derrick Henry to Baltimore. And getting Derrick Henry to Baltimore would be massive. I mean, you'll see the landscape of the AFC change. They had that dominant win against the Lions this weekend. That could easily expand and become a bigger deal down the line. Like we used to say, Chiefs, they run the AFC. The door will open for the Ravens to be that team. They're going to win the AFC. They got to win the AFC. That door will be open. Anybody could do it. You know what I mean? Like, having a guy like that in their ground game would be massive, and it takes so much pressure off of Lamar to have to run all the time. Help him focus more as a quarterback. I love it. I love the idea, and I want them to roll with it. So, I'm fully on board. That's one. The other thing I heard, let me see. The Commanders are expected to listen to calls about a lot of different players in their roster, and no one's off limits. They're not actively shopping players, but they're listening to every single call. So that can mean guys like Chase Young. You're talking about Deron Payne. You're talking about Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson Jr., Antonio Gibson. All these big-name guys are under consideration here. If you make a call about them, they're willing to listen and see what you offer. If they like it, they'll take it. If they don't, they don't have to trade these guys. The fact is they're listening. They're listening to the offers, and they'll make the deal that they feel is best, That's all it is. So again, that's what I'm saying. Now, there was another piece of news, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if there's anything else. Hopefully more basketball related. Let's take a look. Anything else we got? I mean, all we heard so far, the other big thing is what's going on with the Raiders. Multiple anonymous Raiders players have spoken out regarding Josh McDaniels. And they're saying that they have to go in and watch film and listen to the coaches, blame them again for the loss. So after that, I'll be good. Our offense is old school and out to date. If you watch the best offenses in the NFL, like the Niners, Eagles, and Dolphins, they all use the whole field and use every player they have and are creative, not like us. They have fun playing ball. For us, it's a job. They've been running the same stuff for 20 years now, and they're too hard-headed to change. That's why we lose. Been saying it since last season. It's hard to win when you're too damn predictable. It's the worst feeling on offense when the defense calls out your plays and knows what you're running. Chicago did that constantly. That's pretty bad. I'd be pretty afraid as well. Now, the other team that has poked around about Derrick Henry, because it's not just Derrick Henry getting attention here for the Ravens, it's also the Rams. The Rams have called in for consideration, which I find interesting because they really like the kid they have now. But to see that they're still calling about it, it's something to watch. It's intriguing. That's the word. It's intriguing. Let's keep an eye and poke around now in the NBA, see if there's anything else going on that we could talk about so far. I mean, the top name trending at the moment is Cade Cunningham. And here's the story. In the first half that he had in Detroit's game, they're currently playing Miami. They're down 58-47. He's got 18 points, 3 assists. He's 8 of 11 from the field and hasn't missed a three-pointer yet. He has been very good at this point. He's playing very good to open up the year. I don't know if they could pull off the win, but he's playing very well. Derek White is also trending for the Celtics. They said new season, new hairdo. That's the joke they're making because he went from having... Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll pull up the photo. I can't get hit with anything for this, so I'm going to pull it up. Let's see what you guys think. It's a good joke. I'll pull up the, where is it? The highlight scene. I'll do my highlight scene. You guys will see it this way. This is the old ticker, guys. Do not follow this. I'm actually going to go back then. We'll try face cam with screen. So we'll just do this. And I'll show you guys what I got. This is what I mean. This is what I have here. Yep. This is what we got. He went from having this hairdo where people were making fun of his hairline and all of this stuff. He decided he was going to come home and just completely shave it off. But I like the jokes coming out of it. I'm not in danger, I am the danger. Good Walter White reference. I love it. I love it very much. Now, guys, if you guys don't know where I am coming from on this, this is the... Specifically, this is the... What's it called? This is my... That's from my Twitter. So if you guys don't know, I'll pull it up quickly from my old shot from when we did the episode on Monday. This is everything that you have updated. The ticker's outdated, but... If you ever want to follow me on my socials for any updates on shows or upcoming streams, they're all up here. At BA Mansell on Twitter, The Brian Mansell Show on Instagram, and The Brian Mansell Show on YouTube. That's where you guys can find all the information and keep up to date with everything that's going on. As we now go back to live play-by-play and scoreboard, we're getting ready to start the third period here, folks. Let's get back in this thing. We're about to start, and the inbound is in. Here we go. Cleveland starts with the ball. Feeding it around, well done. Strus with another open three to start. Another three. Unstoppable the man is. It's criminal how good he's playing. Feeding in and not going out of bounds is Cleveland. They're able to recover the lost ball. Turnover for Brooklyn. Strus feeding it in. Mobley working one-on-one, trying to find his way through. He's not going to get the hook shot. He's pivoting, puts up a floater, blocked by Claxton. Claxton with the clamps. McAlbridge is working one-on-one. Working towards the right, to the basket, rolls out the pass. Bad pass. It's a turnover right to Donovan Mitchell. And they're keeping this one. Why did the clock not go? I apologize again. This should not have happened. Strus, another shot. Strus making another three. 69-63. 10:41 to go. Brooklyn ball. Finney Smith has it. Looking for an open man. He was looking for Simmons. Simmons got it. Simmons working one-on-one. Feeds it back outside. Open shot taken. No good. Cleveland with the rebound. Cleveland has it. Mitchell working in. Strus taking another three. Doesn't go. Comes in a little too hard there. Brooklyn with the rebound. And it's an and one. It's going to be a foul against Cleveland and an and one. So there's a chance at a three-point play now for the Nets. Great play there. Darius Garland commits the foul. We're gonna adjust the fouls and everything afterwards, but it's at 10:09 on the clock. And Ben Simmons gets credited with the assist on that one. The foul was on Darius Garland, shooting foul. 13-7 now. 13-7. The shot is not going. It comes in too far to the right. Bounce out. Defensive rebound by Cleveland. Restart the clock. Working around. Lays up. Doesn't get it. Gets the offensive rebound. Missed. And this time he draws the foul. Okoro with the foul there. 9:55 on the clock. Now, Okoro didn't get an extension this offseason, so he has options. But right now, he is going to have to play his best basketball and earn that contract this season. A lot of expectations for the youngster, as the first shot is good. First free throw is good, 70-65. Once again, Cleveland with the basketball. And the next shot is good from Cleveland, 71-65. It's a 6-point lead. Brooklyn now has the ball. Ben Simmons bringing it down the floor. Looking for options. Feeds it out to Bridges. Feeds it back in to Claxton. Goes for the reverse. Couldn't get it. Rebound. Cleveland. Garland going up with a floater. Gets the two. A quick two for Cleveland. Brooklyn keeps the ball, though. 73-65. 9:29 on the clock. Finney Smith couldn't get it. Rebounded by Claxton. Back out. Claxton actually going to the left side to Simmons, and he doesn't get the shot off. Rebound by Strus. Feeding it across to Mobley. Strus takes it back from him. Feeds it back out to Mobley. Open man. Moves inside. Ball's coming loose. Mitchell has to save it in the backcourt. 8 seconds. Takes a step back three. No good. Comes in a little too flat. Brooklyn with the rebound. And Garland is not able to knocks the pass away. But the whistle is blown. 8:49 on the clock. And Brooklyn's got 18 to shoot here. Inbound coming. That's another foul on Garland, his second of the game. 14-8. 14 fouls to 8 fouls. Bridges makes the pull-up. Quick two. 8:36 to go. And the shot clock restarts. 8:32. Cleveland bringing it across the floor. Garland with some distance here on the one-on-one. Working his way around. Mobley's screen didn't really work. Garland trying to make his way around. He lost the ball. And it's a turnover going to Brooklyn. Good pressure there from them to keep this heat on Cleveland. Brooklyn with the ball. Let's start it up. Again, Simmons working his way in. Strus was looking for a foul. He didn't get it. Feeds inside into Claxton. He gets the shot and the foul. And one for him. Potential three-point play for Brooklyn right now. Ben Simmons, phenomenal play there trying to create a shot. And an opening for Claxton there and drawing the foul. Made the shot too, which gives him a big advantage. So Claxton's going to go to the line with 8:08 to go here in the third period. Shot is good. Makes his free throw. 73-70. Brooklyn stay within 3 here. Garland's going to bring it down the court. Taking his time, looking. Feeds inside, looking to the paint. Patience. Mobley gets blocked and rejected. Sends it out to Mikal Bridges. Looking for a transition shot. Not going to get it. But Dinwiddie went for the lob, and it was a poor lob. A turnover back to Cleveland. Garland looking for some opening. Strus went to feed it across. It's going to be off of Brooklyn. And Mikal Bridges, Cleveland keeps it. Claxton had a phenomenal block on this one. That man has been sizing up guys for a couple years now. Man, is he something else. What a great defender. And they keep showing fans on here, but I don't care about these fans. I care about this game. And the inside shot is another foul they're calling. 7:37 on the clock still. And with 18 on the shot clock, Cleveland keeps it. Inbound is Mitchell. Simmons guarding the inbound. And he gets it out, top of the key, to Mobley. Working his way into Claxton. He gets the lay that time. It's 2 points right there, 75-70. Brooklyn with the ball now. Simmons bringing it down the floor. Working against Strus. Feeds it up to the top. To Damian. Working against Damian Jones. Bridges with the ball. Looking for something. Mitchell on him. Working his way and feeds it across. Little float shot doesn't go. It comes up short. Doesn't even hit the rim. Cleveland gets the rebound. Feeding it in. Okoro with a beautiful lay-in after an assist from Garland on that one. 77-70. Cam Thomas trying to come across to pick it up. Takes a contested three. He gets it! Who is this man? He makes incredible shots. It's unbelievable. And Claxton came in with an incredible block just now. Claxton is definitely hurt, but he is playing through something. He's definitely banged up. They're checking him out. He comes... So Thomas misses the block on Mobley, but Claxton comes in late and makes a phenomenal block as he's going for the put-up at the basket. And just phenomenal defense. Brooklyn's still within 4. 6:36 on the clock. What a fantastic job it's been. 15-9 now for each of these teams for fouls. And in terms of timeouts, you're talking about right now 5 for Cleveland and 4 for Brooklyn. They're each down. Brooklyn's now down to 4, Cleveland at 5. This is interesting. I don't know what to say. This has been pretty good. A pretty good game. At first, Brooklyn came out a little bit sluggish to start. They did. And they're still a little sluggish now, trying to get their rhythm back. Brooklyn's trying to get their rhythm back here. And Cleveland is doing great offensively, and Brooklyn's just fallen short in certain categories. The starting rotation's really struggling. Cleveland's got multiple guys that can score right now. Right now, the hot hand is Max Strus. Strus hasn't really missed shots today. For reference, 7 of 11 from 3. That man has been lights out. All 7 of his shots he's attempted from the field have all been 3-pointers, and they've all been good. 11 attempted threes, 7 made. 21 points for him. He's the leading scorer. Mitchell with 10 still. Garland with 15. Mobley with 10. And on the net side again, Cam Thomas off the bench. 14 minutes. He's 27 points. 9 of 12 from the field. Only 2 of 3 from 3. Dorian Finney-Smith's been pretty good off the bench as well as a contributor. 2 of 4 so far. 3 of 5 from the field in 16 minutes. That's 8 points. And we still do not have a double-digit points person for the Nets in their starting lineup. That's a little rough. That's a little rough to have to think about. But again, Cleveland has been the better team thus far. Nothing to complain about. But if you're a Brooklyn fan, you obviously want to see more than just Cam Thomas scoring the freaking ball. Scoring the freaking baskets. You need to see more of it. You know, you need this guy here on the right to start scoring more. Start getting some more points in there, buddy. And on this side, oh my gosh, I get this backwards. This guy over here, come on, there we go. This guy over here, Mitchell, doing a great job feeding the ball around. Got to see him have a little bit of a takeover as well. Got to see him get some more points in there. Simmons, though, I don't know. I'm out on Simmons right now. I'm not happy with him. He can do so much better. But 6:36, the inbound to Cleveland. Mitchell working his way around. Just puts it up as a floater and gets it. 2 points for them. 79-73 Brooklyn basketball. Thomas bringing it down the floor. Simmons has 9 rebounds and 9 assists. Hasn't really contributed in the scoring category. As the alley goes in and out of the hands of Royce O'Neal. Oh, not Royce O'Neal. That looks to be DFS. Cleveland coming across the floor. Mitchell with the 3. No good. Brooklyn has it. Defensive rebound for them. Simmons with trying to do a backdoor trying to do a behind-the-back dribble, and he couldn't do it. He ended up colliding with Isaac Okoro, hits the floor hard. And they're calling a foul against Brooklyn, offensive foul, and it's going back to Cleveland. Back to Cleveland, people. Back to Cleveland. 5:57 to go. 6-point lead. Inbounded by Strus to Mitchell. Mitchell in some distant one-on-one. Passes it out. LeVert working in, trying to get off the paint, off the inside. He puts a terrible shot up. That's coming up short of the rim. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Johnson working in, flips it out. Bad pass again. In transition, Cleveland with the chance in the fast break. Yes, they get the points. Alley-oop and a slam for Isaac Okoro, 81-73. Brooklyn with the ball. And another one. Mikal Bridges getting defended heavily here. 2 men on him. Flips it out. Cam Johnson being defended by Okoro. He's trying to find an open lane here to try to get around. Get a shot off. 5 on the shot clock. Gets out to Thomas. Thomas couldn't come up with it. Mitchell steals it away. Knocks it away. Goes up. Gets an easy little layup. And it's 83-73. The game's getting out of hand for Brooklyn fairly quickly with under 5 to go. It's a double-digit lead once again for Cleveland. Thomas taking his time, working on the outside. Couldn't get the shot off that time. They were trying to work the rebounds inside. Brooklyn comes down with it, and the layup made on the putback by Brooklyn. That looked to be on that play. Cam Johnson with the 2-point shot. Cleveland with it. Doesn't make their shot. Thomas with the rebound. Rolling it out, moving the ball pretty well. Johnson back out to Thomas. Thomas working in, lays it up, gets the layup. Cam Thomas is a magician tonight, people. Magician. 4:14 on the shot clock. Timeout, Cleveland. They have 4 remaining. 83-77. Cleveland keeps the basketball. Oh my goodness. Again, just when you feel like they're out of it, they're 10 points down. They're losing a grip on everything. Cam Thomas keeps them in it every time. A driving layup. Cam Johnson with the assist. Makes a 6-point game. Incredibly done so far. That's going to put probably Thomas around the 30-point mark. 29. 29 points in 17 minutes. He has been absolutely stellar. Stellar. The fact this man ain't starting is a crime. But I guess I get it. I don't know if I do. I'm on the fence. I don't know why the coach didn't make him the starter for this one. But Thomas has been absolutely incredible. Lights out through this entire thing. And in front of the Barclays crowd to keep it this close, beating Cleveland on opening night would be amazing. And they're within 6. It's very doable. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But a quick glance through the league real quick. It looks like Indiana's going to beat Washington. They're up by at least 20 points with 6 to go in the 4th. It's a nail-biter between Atlanta and Charlotte right now, 94-93, with just under 6 to go. Boston in a nail-biter with New York right now, the Knicks, 9:22 to go in the 4th on ESPN. Houston, Orlando up big time on Houston, nearly 20-point lead with 6:40 to go. Detroit down 73-60 with just under 5 to go in the 3rd. Minnesota losing to Toronto 68-60 with 5.5 to go. And OKC's at halftime with Chicago up 5. New Orleans, Memphis, New Orleans up 5 with a minute and a half to go in the 2nd. That's your quick NBA score update as we wait for Brooklyn to return from commercial. Because, of course, we're waiting for them to come back from commercial, which is actually coming back now. Jacques Vaughn talking about, their hope for the season of, just playing really good basketball, smart basketball, defying all the doubt. And, that's what they need to do. And Brooklyn has just been, another team that a lot of people are kind of underestimating because they lost their big 3. They are down to Ben Simmons. Nobody believes in Ben Simmons. Nobody believes in the guys on that team. The only players that people believe in are Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas. But they don't believe in both of them as, being all-star level or, being franchise builders. That's the thing. And you don't need that. It feels like back when it was the D'Lo days with Dinwiddie the first time. That's how this feels. It's completely different. But Cleveland is back here with Brooklyn. Brooklyn gave the ball to Cleveland. It's 4:01 left on the clock. And 14 on the shot clock. Cleveland keeps it. This is Jacques Vaughn's first full season as Nets coach, and he has been very impressive. Here's the shot from Cleveland, coming up a little hard and sharp there. This one rebounded by Neal. Brooklyn with it real quick. 3:48 to go. Cam Thomas with it on the left high of the key. Takes the shot, makes the two. He's got 31. 79 for Brooklyn. Cleveland is at 83. 31, 11 of 15 from the field. 3:28 to go. Garland looking. Sends it out to Strus, who gives it right back. Working his way in. Feeds it back out. Looking across. Sends it. Shoots it. Strus. No. Comes up short. Rebound by Brooklyn. Thomas takes another big three. Doesn't get it. He got a little bold there. Cleveland with a defensive rebound. LeVert coming in with the roller. Doesn't go in. And the rebound is made by Brooklyn. Went for a roller layup and he didn't get it. It rolled in and out. Johnson trying to calm down the action a little bit. Settle down the pace. Try to make it more manageable for this Brooklyn offense. Working around the right side towards the basket. Went for the reverse lay. Fakes it out. Goes for the pass. Dinwiddie takes the big deep three. In and out. Rebounded by Strus. Nets are down by 4. Darius Garland working in. Rolls it back out short to Isaac Okoro for the easy lay. Strus still the leading scorer for them with 21 points. As Brooklyn now has control of the basketball here. With 2:10 to go. Thomas working his way to the basket. No good. Rebounded by Strus. 2 men down on the opposite side of the floor. One of them is Thomas. LeVert with the shot up. Doesn't make the three. Defensive rebound by Brooklyn. Finney Smith drives in and gets it when he was covered by 2 men. 81 to 85. Great run by DFS there. 1:37 to go here in the third period. Cleveland working in. Strus with an easy lay. 87-81. Good drive inside to secure that one. Brooklyn with the ball. Cam Thomas flipping it back out. O'Neal. Finney Smith was fouled by Niang. So 1:13 now on the clock here in the third. 87-81 the score. Coming in is Mikal Bridges and Dennis Smith Jr. Off the floor comes Dinwiddie and Johnson heading to the bench. Dinwiddie's only taken 3 shots today and he's 1 of 3. The inbound coming for Brooklyn. They get it off. Thomas with it. Trying to find open lane for himself to take a shot. Goes up and lay. He gets it. 83 to 87. Going back to Cleveland now. 1:02 left here. 1 minute actually left here in the third period. Garland, beautiful spin around, but it looks like they're saying he stepped out. Nope, they're saying it was a foul against Dennis Smith Jr. But once again, Cam Thomas in a takeover game right now. He's completely anchoring this Brooklyn offense. So that this way they are able to stay in this one. Defensively, they haven't been great. But offensively, it's been all Cam Thomas. Claxton coming in for DFS. And Claxton's back in. Shot from Mitchell goes in. He makes the 3. 90 to 83. Claxton went to the locker room to get checked out. He's good to go as the shot inside to Bridges He gets the pass and puts it up. Easy points. 85-90 Cleveland ball. Bad shot from Mitchell. He knew he took a bad one. Went to come in and go grab the rebound, but he was not able to do so. Comes up short. 90-85 is the score in this one. It's going to be Brooklyn's ball. And Claxton had a very brief stay. He's coming right back to the bench. Didn't stay out there too long. And the clock has restarted. Smith Jr. gives it to Thomas. Thomas trying to find a little bit of space here. Heavily guarded. Looking for somebody to help set him a screen or an opening here. Rolls it out. Top of the key shot. Doesn't go. Comes in flat. Rebound. The putback is good. Dorian Finney-Smith with that one. 9 seconds to go. 9 seconds. The run in, it's a turnover. And they're just going to chuck it. He gets it off the rim. Off the rim. The chuck by... Oh, Dorian Finney-Smith almost had a buzzer-beating three from full court. Three-quarter court, I'll say. But he got it. It was off the front of the rim. That was so close. But Brooklyn has kept it close as they possibly can. 90-87. We're going to go to the fourth period here. 12 minutes reset. 90-87. What a phenomenal game it's been. This is actually probably the most entertaining game of all the games today. Probably been the best one. Not going to lie to you guys. And let's get a quick update around the NBA. Any final scores? Any final results? Let's see what's going on. No finals yet, but we're about to have some. A reminder for everybody looking for some more basketball today. Dallas and San Antonio will be playing at 9:30 on ESPN as soon as it follows the end and conclusion of Boston and the Knicks. The Knicks currently lead 88-86 with 7 to go. And at 10:30 you get Portland and the Clippers at 10:30. If you guys are looking for a national market reach on some of these games that, can't really find them, you're not on ESPN or whatever, make sure you got NBA League Pass. NBA League Pass, the thing to go to. That's what you got. Or you want to do it illegally style, not so legal style. I will probably put a name. I don't want to put a name in the chat because I don't want to kind of give it away. But I'll give you a hint as to what it is. You guys have to guess the direction. Stream, and then a direction on a compass. A direction on a compass, 4 letters. 4 letters. And the other hint, the direction, is the conference that these two teams play in. And you could use them. They could easily get you any NBA game you want. You could watch it there from anywhere, wherever you live. That's the place I go to all the time for NFL stuff, for if I want to watch college stuff or MLB or whatever it is. It's like you got the sources available and the resources there. I know they're trying to get rid of the piracy stuff, but let me tell you, man, some of these streams come in real clutch sometimes. So no longer do you have to go to Reddit and look for a link to go watch a game. You can go and just go to this one site. It's always been there. It always will be there. Go there and get what you're looking for. Watch the game there. I thought about doing it here on the stream, but here's the issue. Putting the game here on the stream will get my stream shut down. I'm trying to call the game and not get it shut down. So, unfortunately, I can't show the game without getting kicked out of here. So I have to do it kind of like radio style. So 12 minutes to go here in this one. The inbound will be to Brooklyn. And the clock starts. We have started the fourth quarter. Running it down the floor is Cam Thomas, working one-on-one at the top. Getting past Okoro, working his way in. It looks like there's a foul. Okoro picking up the foul here. That's what it looks to be. I believe it's going to be an inbound. And the inbound is into Thomas again. Working around Okoro, playing some heavy defense on him. Puts it up anyway, and he makes it over Okoro. This is unbelievable. 90-89. What a shot. It's like the concept of defense doesn't exist to him. there's a guy in front of me, sure. I'm just going to shoot it right over him. What a freaking shot from Cam Thomas. Donovan Mitchell rolls it out. The shot, no good. Rebound, offensive, back to Mitchell. Garland was the one who missed it. One-on-one with Bridges. Rolls it out. Look, LeVert. I said LeVert. LeVert makes the three. Heavily contested. He makes it 93-89. Brooklyn ball. Bridges, fade away. Makes the two. Quick little two. Good jump shot for him. Cleveland back with the ball. They're going back and forth here to start the fourth. Garland has some free space. Rolls back to the top of the key. Open shot. Comes up a little short. Brooklyn with the defensive rebound. Brooklyn has it. And it looks like Smith Jr. tried to roll it in. Went to pass it out. Didn't get it. It's a turnover. And in transition, they don't get it. Another big block on Okoro, but I think that's going to be a foul. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a foul on Claxton. But that was a hell of a block. Man, oh my goodness. Nope, it's actually a travel against Okoro. It's an offensive foul traveling on Okoro. He caught it in midair, came down with 2 feet, and then took a step in transition. But it's a foul apparently against Brooklyn. Should have been a travel. But the shot is good. First free throw is good for Cleveland. I don't know how they didn't call that. Cam Thomas coming out. Cam Johnson coming in. As the next shot is good. 95-91 in this one. Brooklyn with the ball, bringing it down the court. Claxton rolling it back out to Bridges. Bridges getting hit with some, getting defended double. And they've called it against Cleveland, this one. They don't agree with the call, apparently. But it's a foul against them. And I don't know why he's putting the hands on a ref. But Bridges takes a free throw, makes the first one. 95-92. It's a one-possession game once again. And Brooklyn's keeping the ball here for the inbound. 14 on the shot clock. Johnson tosses it in and gives it to Claxton. Claxton looking for an open man. Inside break. He gets the layup. Bridges ties it. No, he doesn't. My apologies. He's 1 point short. I thought it was a 2-point lead. It's a 3-point, but Cleveland has the ball now. Well then. Garland with it, working inside, tries to load it up. He gets blocked, and it was saved by Brooklyn for a second, and a foul is going to come against Garland. A foul against Garland for interfering with the guy trying to grab the rebound and make a turnaround to start the fast break. That was not good. Not good. It's going to be Brooklyn basketball. Johnson stays in. He gets the inbound there. Bridges going to bring it across the floor. Okoro picks up his third foul on that one. Johnson with the three at the top. Doesn't make it. It comes up a little flat. Another open three for DSJ. He gets it! He gives them the lead! Brooklyn leads by 2. Cleveland has the ball now. Mitchell working his way to the right. He takes a contested three. That's not going to go. Brooklyn with the defensive rebound. 9 to go here in the fourth and in this game. Claxton gives it to Tom Johnson at the top. Royce O'Neal trying to work his way through. Back out to Johnson. Working his way towards the basket. Puts up the layup. And he gets the roll. 99-95. It's a 2-possession lead for Brooklyn. They're on an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half. Mitchell with DSJ on him. Mobley working in, doing a little spin. Doesn't get the 2. Rebound defensively by Brooklyn. O'Neal with 2 defenders on. Johnson working his way in. Puts up the lay, but it's a foul. The second chance opportunity for Dennis Smith Jr. here is what really opened the door for Brooklyn. Ever since then, that little scoring run that they just had has really helped them out big time. But let's see what the foul is on here so we know if this is going to affect Brooklyn's momentum or Cleveland's momentum. 19-13 is the fouls. Do we have any bonuses yet? We have not hit any bonuses yet, people. No bonuses. Mikal Bridges with the ball. Trying to work through here. Finds an open man in O'Neal trying to work his way to the basket. Rolls it across the floor. Dinwiddie working in. Rolls it up. DSJ patient gets the lay from the right side. 2 points. 95-101. And it's going to be a timeout, Cleveland. The ball movement for Brooklyn was on point on this possession. Finney Smith with an incredible dump off to Junior, and Junior with 2 men jumping over him. He holds up, pumps fakes twice, and gets the easy lay right over the guy on the right side of the rim. 95-101. 8:07 on the clock. This is going to be Cleveland basketball when we come back. Wow. Wow. What a momentum change there. We were talking about Brooklyn, man, being on edge and being in a tough, high-pressure situation. And they are showing up now. The offense has woken up in this game. They have big time. Cam Thomas with 35 in 23 minutes. Dennis Smith Jr. now has 10 points. DFS has 10 points. Johnson with 12. Bridges with 14. They are just playing really well on the bench. I believe the bench is actually outscoring the starters. I'm not kidding. 45, 55, 57, 61. 61 points for the bench. They easily blow out the Brooklyn Nets starting 5. The starting 5 is 50. Oh my goodness, not even 50. They have 40. 40 points for the starting 5 of the Nets. And 61 from their bench. What an incredible number that is. You don't just hear that every day. Your bench is outscoring your starting 5. Oh my. Well, this has been a turn of events. We have some final score updates. Washington and Indiana. Washington will lose to the Pacers. The Pacers win this one 143-120. A quick summary of that box score. Kuzma was the leading scorer with 25 points, followed by Jones with 16. This is Tyus Jones. Jordan Poole had 18. Gallinari with 16, and Kispert with 11. For the Pacers, it was just really good scoring all the way around. Bruce Brown finishes with 24, Halliburton with 20, Mathurin with 18, Toppin with 11, Turner with 11. On their bench, Jalen Smith with 13, Nembhard with 12, and Buddy Hield with 14. Great performances from the Pacers, completely dominating offensively those Wizards. And then Houston-Orlando, before we go over back into the game, which just returned from commercial. Orlando beats Houston by 30, 116-86. Houston's top scorer of the day was a 3-way tie. Brooks, Sengun, and Van Vliet each with 14. Jalen Green with 10. And for Orlando, their top scorer of the day was, it looks to be Cole Anthony with 20 off the bench, 11 for Jonathan Isaac, and Gary Harris off the bench. And their starting rotation, Banchero with 12, Wagner with 17, and Fultz with 10. Great performances offensively for the Orlando Magic. As the Cleveland Cavaliers have the ball here, Garland working in, rolls it out for the 3. Good. Good 3 for Okoro. 98-101, Brooklyn basketball. It's looking like Bridges working his way around in a one-on-one with Okoro again, working his way through, finds a little bit of some space, elevates, goes for it, doesn't get it, couple bounces, but it goes to Cleveland on a defensive rebound by Max Strus. Strus rolls it out to Garland. Garland making his way through. Inside. Couple step back moves. He loses it. Brooklyn has it in transition. The put up by Bridges is again and good. A quick 2 for them. 98-103 with 7 to go. It's 16 now for Bridges. LeVert with the ball, trying to find openings. Rolls to Okoro, rolls it back to LeVert to the right. Niang gives it to Garland, who rolls it back to LeVert. LeVert takes the 3. Doesn't go. Rebounds. Goes to Dennis Smith Jr. Jr. looking for something. Feeds it to his left. Blocked. Recovered by DFS. Shot taken by Dennis Smith Jr. Doesn't go. Rebound Cleveland. Garland feeds it out. Going to LeVert. And inside is Okoro for the quick dunk. 100-103. It's a one-possession game for the Brooklyn Nets with 6 to go. It looks to be DFS here with the ball from the outside, looking in, sends it to the left to Clax, who sends it back out to Bridges, who's working just near half court. Rolls it back out to DFS, trying to work his way inside. Puts a spin move, rolls it out, open man, good fake. Just took the shot because of the shot clock. It's going to be a violation. 5:45 on the clock. They didn't have a choice. He took the shot. It didn't hit the rim. And for that, they're going to pay for it. The inbound is coming in for Cleveland. Simmons and Dinwiddie getting ready to check back into the game. Not yet, but they're not. They're coming in soon. Donovan Mitchell back in. Looking through for an opening. LeVert looking for an opening. Good defensive switch there. Cutting inside. Double teamed. Rolls it in. Easy layup for Max Strus again. 102-103. He's taking the lays and the inside work. Good work. Brooklyn with the ball. Mikal Bridges working in. O'Neal takes the 3. He doesn't get it. Defensive rebound by Donovan Mitchell. 5:05 to go. LeVert works his way into the right. Puts it up, and it does not go. In and out. Rebound by Brooklyn. 102-103 remains the score, and we got a timeout. Brooklyn with a quick timeout. 4:49 to go. Brooklyn holding on to a 1-point lead over the Cavs here. Not much game left to go. But they're going to make it all count regardless. And in the Boston-New York game, New York is up by 4 over the Celtics with 2.5 to go in the fourth. That one on ESPN. Detroit and Miami. Miami still holding on to a 94-77 lead with 9 to go. Toronto beating Minnesota just barely by 2 with 6.5 to go. And OKC beating Chicago 73-69 with 7:02 in the third. And Memphis down to New Orleans by 13 with 8:38 left in the third. Well, if you guys have any questions about the way this game has gone, feel free to ask them because I'm going to give you the most straightforward answer I can. I don't know what's going on with Brooklyn's bench, but their bench has played insanely well tonight. And their offensive starters have played mediocre. Mediocre at best. But their bench has been lights out. Their bench is the reason they are winning this game at the moment. Cam Thomas playing off the bench is why they're in this situation they're in right now. Plain and simple. For Cleveland, they've had no answers for Cam Thomas. They really haven't. He's been cold now for a few minutes, but he really is been the guy to watch. Like, he has been their lethal scorer they've been looking for. He's been that man. Strus still leading the scoring, though, for the Cavs with 25 points. Mitchell with 17, Okoro with 18, Garland with 15. LeVert with 11 off the bench. Meanwhile, you go back to the starters for Brooklyn. The second highest scorer is Mikal Bridges with 16, Johnson with 12. Finney Smith off the bench with 10, and also DSJ with 10. Brooklyn been an incredible team so far tonight. Nothing to argue about. They started out really rough, hot and cold in the first and third, but then in the fourth they really upped it. They brought it in the second and the fourth. They've really brought the heat to this game. And now have the Cavs on the ropes, but the Cavs are trying to fight back. 3 timeouts left for each squad. And in terms of fouls, while they're getting things set up for the inbound, 19 and 13 again. We still are at that same amount of fouls. No changes there. They're showing Bridges about his stuff he did last year at Phoenix and Brooklyn, how he led the NBA in games, minutes, and total miles traveled. And this is now his 393rd consecutive game played. It's the longest streak in the NBA by far. Mikal Bridges takes the inbound here for Brooklyn. Clock restarts. Dinwiddie out of the timeout. Feeds it in to Simmons, who gets the layup. He gets the 2. 105 to 102. Cleveland has it now. They're big time struggling now. Mitchell looking, steps back, goes for the 3. He doesn't get it. Defensive rebound by Ben Simmons. He's rolling it across. Johnson, back out, roll across. Finney Smith went to take the shot, works in. He's getting double covered, and it's a travel. It's an offensive foul. A travel on Dorian Finney-Smith. It's going the other way. 4:07 on the clock. Cleveland keeps it. They're walking it down the floor. Mitchell waiting for some guys to free up here. He's got somebody. Mobley gets the inbound. Feeds it out to Strus, who's getting heavily defended here. And they're calling it out of bounds on Dorian Finney-Smith. Clock stops. And the argument there is that Mitchell had grabbed the back of the jersey of Dorian Finney-Smith and slowed him down, which drew the traveling call. But that wasn't seen or talked about. And there was some activity before the inbound. And they're talking about a tie-up between Ben Simmons and Strus. And a foul was issued there. So a free throw is going to go to Cleveland. Mitchell takes the shot. The first free throw is good. It's good. So a 2-point game now. With 3:51 to go, Cleveland keeps the ball inbound on the way. 14 seconds on the shot clock. And Mitchell's going to be the one doing the inbound here, rolling it out. He's going to give it to Strus, who takes a quick 3. Doesn't go. And it's out of bounds. It's going to be Brooklyn ball. 103-105. Cam Thomas sitting on the side, getting ready to go. Get checked into the game. Brooklyn inbounds it. Simmons with it, coming up the right side. Goes for a quick feed out. So Mikal Bridges coming around, stays on the right side. Working one-on-one, pulls up for the 3. Doesn't get it. Defensive rebound. He went to make the offensive rebound, but it goes to a Cav instead. Blocked. The pass is blocked and rebounded by Simmons, but a foul is getting a call here. It's another foul on Brooklyn involving Mikal Bridges this time. Okoro is obviously in visible pain here. And they're going to need to see a replay to figure this out. They're going to have to go check out a replay to see if this was a low blow call. And if that was the case, again, this is foul number 4 on Mikal Bridges. If that was a hit down low, then that could be a flagrant. It's either a 1 or a 2. Let's see what it's called. It's going to be upgraded to a flagrant. But is it a 1 or is it a 2? If it's a flagrant 2, he's out of the game. So they're replaying it now as they come across and they roll it out. They're talking about the contact from Mikal Bridges as Okoro's coming across the floor. He braces and he kind of drives himself into Okoro a little bit with his elbow. And that was a complaint because his arm seemed to have already been extended, which could be an issue. Again, if Mikal Bridges gets kicked out of this game with a flagrant 2, it could be bad news for Brooklyn. Even though Thomas has been their best guy, this could go spell very bad news for them. To me, it looks like a 1. It looks like a flagrant 1. Is it deliberate? Yeah. It's a common foul. They are not calling it excessive or flagrant. They're keeping it as a common foul. The coach obviously disagrees for Cleveland because, he wants the free throws and some punishment for that. But he's not going to get it. Cleveland's going to keep the basketball, though. It's a common foul. That's it. Common foul has been ruled. Cam Thomas is in the game for Dinwiddie now. But with 3:28 to go, here in this one, Brooklyn still leads 105-103. They're going to commercial break. A quick run through on the stats so far. Fouls 19-15 now for Brooklyn compared to Cleveland. Cleveland has 19, Brooklyn has 15. The timeouts remaining, Cleveland has 2. 2 left. Nobody has hit the bonus yet. If I'm correct, nobody has hit the bonus. So we are still sitting here at 19 and 15. If Cleveland gets one more foul, I think that would trigger the bonus. And Cleveland's the only one with a technical foul at this point. No flagrants for either side. Largest leads for each team. Cleveland was up 13 at one point in this one, and Brooklyn was up 6. Now, in terms of threes, Cleveland has been the better three-point shooting team so far, 39% compared to 33.3% for Brooklyn. In terms of field goal percentage, the Nets have been way better, 52.5% compared to 46%. Rebounds, Brooklyn by far better. And assists, Brooklyn better. Steals have been in favor of the Cavs. And blocks been in favor of Brooklyn. But Cleveland with the ball, it looks to be 3:28 to go in this one. And they're getting set for the inbound. Strus is inbounding. And he gets it out to Mitchell. And the ball goes out of bounds on the inbound off of Simmons. So Strus will have to inbound it again. Cleveland still has the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for somebody to come open and make a move. Moving to the right, driving in. Goes for a float, doesn't get the float. Rebound by Brooklyn. Mikal Bridges with the rebound. Moving in transition. And clock stops. And Jacques Vaughn has called a timeout for Brooklyn. Brooklyn will have 2 remaining. It's a full timeout. If there are any other games that finish, let us count it now. Atlanta and Charlotte has come to an end. The winner of the Atlanta-Charlotte matchup, Hawks and Hornets. The Hornets winning at home to open up the season 116-110. Top scorer for the Hawks, as expected, Trae Young. But the second guy, it's actually off the bench. It's Jalen Johnson with 21. But you also had contributions from Capella with 15, Sadiq Bey with 15, and DeJounte Murray with 11. And for the Hornets, their top guy, who would have thought? P.J. Washington with 25. Terry Rozier with 24. 15 from LaMelo. 13 from Mark Williams, the center. Brandon Miller, 13 of his own off the bench. The much anticipated rookie for this squad. High expectations for him. 13 in his debut. And Gordon Hayward, 10 points of his own. 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Not a bad day for him. Not a bad day. A couple more games still come down to the wire. The Celtics have a 2-point lead on the Knicks with 13 seconds left. But back we go to Cavs Nets, shall we? 3:10, Brooklyn with the ball. Inbounded. Thomas looking for something, driving inside. Puts up a 2, he's blocked. Strus gets it on the rebound. Turnover by the Nets. Garland feeds it. And an offensive foul, an illegal screen put by Isaac Okoro. He dumped the ball behind him and set a screen immediately. He tried to set a moving screen as he dumped it, but it didn't work. You can't do that, people. You cannot do that. Brooklyn's basketball with 2:56 to go. Holding on still to a 2-point lead. And Royce O'Neal's coming into the game. And Ben Simmons is coming out. Interestingly enough. So here come the Nets trying to secure a victory here. They're only up by 2. 2:47 to go. Mikal Bridges on the right, guarded by Mitchell. Finds a little opening. Now he's guarded by Strus. Works his way in, feeds it back out to O'Neal, who goes for a quick little float. Doesn't get it, came in a little too hot. But rebounded by Brooklyn. Knocked away. Great grab by Okoro there. Cleveland gets it back. Cleveland with the ball. Mitchell driving to the basket, gets the 2. Tie game, 105 apiece. The Nets had a few opportunities here to really extend this lead, and they have failed to execute on that side. But Bridges now has a chance to erase all of that and try to give them back the lead. Cuts around. He almost lost the basketball there. Feeds out to the corner to O'Neal, who takes the 3 after a quick sidestep, and he gets it! 108 to 105. 1:56 to go. Cleveland with it. Mitchell working his way and spinning inside, trying to get the lay there. He doesn't get it. Defensive rebound by Brooklyn. He looked for a foul. He didn't get it. Brooklyn gets it back. Cam Thomas working inside, trying to give himself some space to extend the lead. Goes off the glass. Fouled, but doesn't get the shot. But it's a foul nonetheless, and Brooklyn is going to the line. $20 and 15 is the fouls now. 20 for Cleveland, 15. 21 for Cleveland, mind you. 21. And the bonus is on for Brooklyn. And the first shot from Cam Thomas is... Take the shot yet? Come on, take the shot. Take the shot. It's good. 109-105. And time is called, 1:36 to go. He missed the first free throw, made the second one. And possession's going to switch to Cleveland here, 109-105. Oh my goodness, people. It's going to come down to the wire here to finish. A quick run through of the timeouts. Cavs used a full timeout. It's going to make it 1 remaining for them here with 1:36 to go. And the Nets are holding on still to 2 and have a bonus. This is going to be interesting. This will be interesting. So this game has gotten interesting, hasn't it? As you go back and take a look at everything that's going on. Go back to the Gamecaster box score here, specifically. Taking a look. At this point, Cam Thomas has 36 points. He has been the anchor of this game. And now everybody on the Cleveland Cavaliers starting 5 has 10 or more points. On the bench, only LeVert has double digits. For the Nets, 10, 10, and 36. For the starters on the Nets, 12, 16. That's how many double digits they've got. But it's 109-105. We're going back to play-by-play here as we're focusing on the game. And they're picking up the ball now. 1:35 to go. Mitchell using that roll technique, rolling it all the way to the center court for picking it up. Feeds inside to Mobley. Feeds out to an open Garland for 3. He doesn't get it. Rebound offensive. It's going the other way. An offensive foul was just called on Okoro. He can't believe it. with 1:24 to go, calling a foul right there was probably the boldest thing you could have done. He came in and shoved Mikal Bridges in the back with his elbow leaning in to go up and elevate to get the offensive rebound, and they said that's a foul. So he pays the price for it, and Brooklyn gets the ball back. That's his 5th personal. Mikal Bridges is up at the line to take the shot. He's taking the free throws. The shot from Bridges is good. He makes the first one. First free throw made, 105 to 110. Can he make it a 6-point lead is the question. Can he make it a 6-point lead? Five of 6 tonight from the free throw line. The shot is up and good. He makes both free throws. 105 to 111. Clock restarts. Mitchell using the roll technique again. Feeding out to the right, trying to find some openings. Takes a quick 2, pulls up, makes it. 107-111. It was Cleveland ball. Now it is Brooklyn's ball. With just about 1:10 to go. Bridges rolling to the right. Cam Johnson looking. Pulls up. Misses it. He's contact on the shot. Cleveland in the fast break. Strus puts up the 2. Doesn't get it. And it is a foul on Brooklyn, it looks like. It's a foul against Brooklyn. But again, this has been the story of the game. The reason why it has been better for Brooklyn and why it hasn't been more of an obvious win has been the turnover. Some bad, poorly timed shots when it was more contested than they anticipated. And they pulled up anyway and were contacted on their shots. It affected a lot. But Strus is at the line to take the free throws. His first one is in. Bounces around a bit, but it goes in. 108 to 111. Cam Thomas still in here. Claxton goes to the bench. Thomas stays in. Strus going to take a second free throw here. He's going to have to sink this to make it even close. He does. 109 to 111. And Brooklyn inbounds it. Royce O'Neal looking for some openings here at the front, trying to move the ball around a bit. And they lose it. It's stripped away by Mitchell. He slams it down. 111 to 111. We have a tie game. The ball came loose. He interfered in the pass-off between Bridges and O'Neal, breaks away and gets a quick 2. Johnson on the left side with 30 seconds to go. Working his way in. 9 on the shot clock. Trying to make some moves. Working his way to the basket. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. There's a tie-up on the floor. And is it a tripping? They're calling it a tripping with 19 seconds left in this one and just under 2 seconds on the shot clock. They're saying Mitchell's falling to the ground, but as he's falling, he trips Bridges. So they're calling it a tripping at the moment. So Mitchell's getting the personal here. And it looks like Brooklyn's going to the line here. It is. Bridges at the line to shoot. The first shot is in. Brooklyn back in the lead, 112 to 111. Donovan Mitchell, they just showed a replay. O'Neal went to feed it across to Bridges. It was cutting to his left. And he went to give it, and Mitchell was heavy in coverage, got his hand in there, spun it around them, took it in the fast break off the dribble, and just ran it right down, slammed it in, and tied the game up. But with that foul he just committed on the tripping, and that second free throw being made by Bridges, things are getting interesting for Cleveland. And they're blaming the officiating. Listen, I say it all the time, you can blame the officiating all you want in NBA games, but in the end, you got to play better. I say it for the NFL, I say it for the MLB. You can blame officiating all you want. But if you're not playing well and you're not playing good basketball or good at all, you shouldn't be blaming the refs for you not performing well. That's it. You had a lot of turnovers today. You made a lot of poor choices. You let Brooklyn benefit off some missed shots. And they were just better off the fast break than you. It's just plain and simple. So the Cavs take a full timeout. It'll be their last. They have no more timeouts. Brooklyn's still with 2. So the Cavs will have the ball here in their own court. Sorry. They're going to have it on the opposite side of the floor. This is going to come down to the wire. If you are watching this, this is a nail biter right here. Cleveland with it, 111 to 113, down 2. 19 seconds, fourth period here. Once again, Cavs have no more timeouts. Brooklyn has 2. Brooklyn has activated the bonus, and so have the Cavs. 16 fouls, 16. Both teams have it. Inbound, shot clock turned off. Give it to Garland, give it to Mitchell. At the top, working around. He's working in a double. He makes contact, and the 3 goes! The 3 goes! Cleveland's up by 1. 12.1 to go. Mitchell with an incredible shot. Contact made. They were trying to draw contact off of him for another foul, and it didn't go. In a replay coming around, he contacted Cam Johnson. Didn't drive into him, so you can't call it anything else. It ain't no charge penalty. That is 100% a clean play. And Mitchell gets the shot off. That was not a charge. He did not extend his arm far enough to constitute it. That is 100% a clean shot. Cavs up by 1 with 12 to go. And they're back to the bench again. This is the first lead for the Cavs since the score was 95-94. I don't even know what to say here. The Brooklyn just used another timeout. They have 1 remaining. They're going to have to draw up a game plan here to try and take and win this thing with 12 seconds. My guess is that the play is drawn up for Cam. They got to set something up where they draw the attention to Bridges inside and have Cam Thomas go in motion out to a corner and take his shots. Either that or hit the right of the key. Hit outside the key on the right. I don't know how to explain it in terminology, but basically to the right side of the arc. Not in the right corner, but in between the top of the key and the right corner. In between there, that's his sweet spot. O'Neal with the inbound. Brooklyn with the ball. Inbounded to Thomas. 10 seconds on the clock. Thomas looking. Gets it back with 4 to go. 3 to go. 2 seconds. He takes the shot. He doesn't get the 3. But a throw-up Hail Mary doesn't go. Johnson came in with a quick rebound. He could not get it. He could not get it off. It comes up just short of the rim, and Brooklyn is going to drop game 1. Well, not really game 1, but they're going to drop their opening game to Cleveland here in Brooklyn. The final score of this one, 114 for Cleveland, 113 for Brooklyn. I don't even know what to make of that last possession. Cam Thomas with all the pressure. They needed to go inside and get something working. A 2 would have won you the game. Work up an opening in the lane with 12 seconds. You have the time. You could have worked it. Brooklyn did not do that, and Brooklyn loses the game as a result. Once again, there were openings. It was pretty closed up, but a rollout to the right probably would have had something. Mitchell was playing like a hawk, though. Watching from behind. Thomas had no time. He still had like 3 seconds on the shot clock. A pass inside with the quick put-up would have done it. But Johnson came so close to getting the putback in time. It came up just short of the rim. Just short. It was a beautiful roll off the fingertips, but it just did not go on the float. So Cleveland comes out on top, winning this one 114 to 113. And that'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. Brooklyn loses this one, 114 to 113. A quick recap of everything that happened. It started out in favor of Cavs early in the first period. They were doing a lot of great work throughout it. And then at some point, Brooklyn got hot. So at one point, their lead was at about 22 to 9 early. There's about 6 minutes left in the first. And then Brooklyn started going on a hot streak because of Cam Thomas. Well, in the second, they're only down 3. Cleveland's still in an advantage here. But then Cleveland goes on a big 8-0 run and takes the lead back. And at that point, Brooklyn is back on top and has the game tied. They're going back and forth. And I believe in the third, Brooklyn had started making their strides to get back in the lead. Which began, and they hit that peak right about in the, about early in the fourth. That's when they finally got their lead back. They were looking for that lead. They finally got it. They were tied going into halftime. And then here, this is where Brooklyn got their big lead. Their biggest point of the lead was 101 to 95 with 8 minutes left. Cleveland then goes on a tear from here. They had 80% chance to win, and as they kept going, Cleveland started slowly chipping it away, started taking little small wins, and the penalties came into favor at that point towards down the stretch. In the end, Brooklyn's final possession was what killed it for them. That's what did it. A quick overview of the stats. Brooklyn was better from the field, 50 compared to 46.8. Three-pointers were the big decider here. Cleveland was better from 3 than Brooklyn was all night. 39.5 for the Cavs, 33.5 for Brooklyn. And from free throws, Cleveland far better, 90% compared to 76.9. Even though Brooklyn attempted 26 free throws compared to 10 for Cleveland. Cleveland didn't play a clean game, but they somehow were able to squeak out a big win here. Big comeback win they needed. Rebounds dominated by Brooklyn. They had 50 rebounds compared to 38 for Cleveland. But on this one, this just was not a favorable thing that happened. Just didn't go in their favor. And down that final 5 minutes, they really played some poor basketball and allowed Cleveland to hang around and just strike in and catch up in front. That's all it was. Same amount of blocks. They had 6 blocks. 10 steals for Cleveland compared to Brooklyn 6. In terms of turnovers, like I was talking about, the total turnovers, Cleveland had 10, Brooklyn had 18. Turnovers will come back to bite you. They always do. They're the ultimate decider here in these games. When you lose like this, you go back, you evaluate the things. I mean, that's what happens. Brooklyn loses this one, 114-113. The turnovers were the big reason. 18-10. What's up, Big Blue in the Bronx on YouTube? How we doing? Popping in to hit the like button and say what's up. What's up, man? How we doing? All right, and what's up to the rest of the chat for sticking around to the end here? What a performance today from Brooklyn. They really put up a lot of fight the whole game. Huge shout out to Cam Thomas. He is the real deal. He is the truth. 36 points off the bench. And that was in 25 minutes. He was really, really efficient today. I could say the same for Dennis Smith Jr. doing a good amount in 16 minutes with 10 points. And DFS also had 10 in 28. But he also, again, +7. He had a very good game. The negatives were all in the starting rotation. Ben Simmons -6 with 4 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Dinwiddie, inefficient. Claxton, decent defender, but again, there were some real serious issues to talk about. 3 blocks, though. Big for him. The turnovers really came from the main guys you would suspect. Dorian Finney-Smith with 3. Daron Sharp with 3. Mikal Bridges with 3. Johnson with 2. Simmons with 2. The only person who did not have a turnover today was Nick Claxton. But Bridges also had 20 of his own points to include here, -3, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. And Cam Johnson, 12 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Not bad games again from Brooklyn, but Cleveland, final stat lines. Mitchell and Strus finished the game tied with the most at 27 points. Strus, the ultimate best player on the floor overall tonight for both teams. +13. With 2 assists, 12 rebounds, 27 points, 7 of 13 from 3, 9 of 17 from the field in 39 minutes. That man came out to say today that he was worth all of that money. And man, did he show out in this first game. Mitchell, 11 of 21, 4 of 10 from 3, 27 points for him, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block. Just all over the floor today. Okoro, 18 points, Garland with 15, Mobley with 10. Quarles had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Mobley with 2 blocks, 6 assists. Overall, they just did their job better, and they were strong down the stretch, got things tightened up, played better, were cleaner, and that's what won them the game. So again, Cleveland deserved this win, earned this win. And before we sign off real quick, let's talk about some of the quick games that finished. Boston, New York has come to an end. The Celtics have beaten the Knicks 108-104. In this one, Boston, leading scorer of the day, Jason Tatum. Who else could it be? But the surprising backup, Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis with 30. I didn't see that coming. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks. Defensive monster today. He was also 9 of 10 from free throw and 5 of 9 from 3. Dude couldn't miss. Tatum, 34 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Great. Drew Holiday, defensive machine he is, did his thing. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, 9 points. Like I said, offense has always been his liability, but defensively, he's surefire. Derek White, 12 points. Jaylen Brown, 11. Horford off the bench, 8. And Pritchard off the bench, 4. For the Knicks, RJ Barrett being the main guy today. I'm a little surprised to see that, but good to see. Him and Quickly tied with 24 points as the leading scorers. Quickly off the bench, 24. With 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal. And Barrett, with his 24 points, also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal. And it looks like in the end, what really decided it for them wasn't the turnovers, because Boston turned over well more than they did. For Boston to win this game, they were really dominant the whole game. It was kind of similar to this one. Boston was in control the majority of the game, and then at some point, Knicks mounted a comeback, came close. They kept separating. Knicks at one point came in front for a bit, late in the fourth, and then towards the end, they pulled away. Right around the final 2 minutes, they were able to pull away and get a 4-point victory. 108-104 is that one finish in the Garden. But that's going to do it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Cavs Net stream. I will be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., for the Brian Mansell Show, episode number 21, 22? I think it's 21. But we'll be back for that. Got a lot to cover. World Series stuff. Add on to that some other things, too. I mean, we're talking World Series stuff. We're talking NBA questions, predictions for the season. I'll be doing some NHL coverage a bit and some Thursday Night Football preview. I won't be able to do Thursday Night Football stream tomorrow, but I will be doing the preview for that game and a look into Week 1. And then Friday night, I'm going to try to do a stream Friday night. I'm going to be working 11 a.m. in the morning on Friday, and I'll be working until 7. So the intention is to try to be home in time so it's not too late of a stream. Maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Try to make something happen there. We'll do a quick stream there. This way we can go through a quick show like that. No problems. You guys get your predictions, and we get it done there. We don't stream on Saturdays and Sundays. Monday through Friday is the show every morning. 11 a.m. Eastern Time. These play-by-play streams usually come and go. We decide when, just depending on what's important. But this is what we felt was the game to watch today, and it clearly was. A very close game all the way down to the end. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel here on YouTube, please consider subscribing. It goes a long way in helping us grow down the line and do more content. And if you're seeing this on Twitch, please consider giving us a follow. Helps us get closer to hitting our follower goal of 20 and getting more exposure here in the community. Once again, I'm Brian Mansell of the Brian Mansell Show. Thank you all for tuning in for today's play-by-play stream. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. But until then, have a good night.
Oh, don't you worry, I'm gonna be there in a hurry. Life just ain't fair, but it still goes on, even if it's all wrong. Oh, but don't you worry, I'm gonna be there for you.
first night that we got high, when I saw peace in them blue eyes. And the same night that we did fight was the first time that you did lie. 'Cause you told me you never wanted love, 'cause you never thought that you would be enough. But it takes time, we can learn to trust. I just wanna know if you gon' give us up and see. Always been trying to be the person you need to be clean, but you don't believe. Showing you I love you and gave you my promise that I'll never leave. I know you've been hurt and left it with knees. Your parents abandoned a person to bleed, but life had a mission to water a seed. A journey I'm hoping you take it with me.
Oh, don't you worry, I'm gonna be there in a hurry. Life just ain't fair, but it still goes on, even if it's all wrong. Oh, but don't you worry, I'm gonna be there for
You wanna
you.
leave, you wanna go, don't gotta deal with the trauma alone. I'm on a peace, I wanna cope. You are the reason that I feel at home, 'cause I feel the same. I melted away, it's due to the issues and all of the shame. I hope you can love me before I can change. Hope you forgive me for all the mistakes. You had to see shit, watch them leave quick. They ain't love you like I do. Give my whole life just to make sure that you knew.